Uh, what's cracking? Yeah, I streamed last night. I streamed at like 3 in the morning. Streamed like 3 in the morning. I streamed at like 3 in the morning, man. 3 in the morning. I streamed at like 3 in the morning. I streamed at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I get this device.
It's an active shooter. We're getting multiple calls from 345 Park Avenue.
Tonight, police swarming this skyscraper in Midtown Manhattan after at least 2 people were shot, 1 police officer and 1 civilian, according to 2 senior law enforcement officers. 4 senior New York City officials say the suspected gunman, Shane Devin Tamura of Las Vegas, is dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound on the 33rd floor of the building. Earlier, the NYPD circulated this photo of a person with a long gun they say they were searching for in connection with the shooting, according to 3 senior law enforcement sources. The building, 345 Park Avenue, is the headquarters of the NFL, Blackstone, and accounting firm KPMG.
This is Blackstone headquarters, 345 Park Avenue, approximately 100 people hiding.
It all began around 6 p.m. as people were heading home for the day. Those inside told to shelter in place. You can see the section of Midtown Manhattan is completely cordoned off. A large police presence. 345 Park Avenue is just down that way. I was just speaking to one man who did not want to appear on camera. He told me that his wife is inside the building. She's on the 23rd floor. She says she's okay, but he's waiting for her to get out. Tonight, there is a massive police presence, but the NYPD says the scene is contained.
Aaron joins us now live from the scene. And Aaron, you're learning more about some of the chaos that unfolded inside the building.
That's right, Tom. We're hearing some harrowing stories of office workers inside the skyscraper at the time of this shooting, grabbing anything they could, tables, couches, office chairs, to create a barricade to stop the shooter from entering their place of work. We're also hearing from the NYPD tonight say that they believe that this was the work of a lone gunman. Tom?
Okay, Aaron McLaughlin with a lot of new reporting there. Aaron, we thank you for that. We thank you for watching.
At 6:28 p.m., the 911 call center started receiving multiple 911 calls for an active shooter inside of 345 Park Avenue at 52nd Street in Manhattan. What happened next is under an active investigation, and details are still coming in, but here's what we know so far. Surveillance video shows a male exit a double-parked black BMW on Park Avenue between 51st and 52nd Streets, carrying an M4 rifle in his right hand. He walks towards the building's entrance. That individual was seen exiting the BMW alone. The building's security camera footage shows the shooter enter the lobby, turn right, and immediately open fire on an NYPD officer. He then shoots a woman who took cover behind a pillar and proceeds through the lobby, spraying it with gunfire. He makes his way to the elevator bank, where he shoots a security guard who was taking cover behind the security desk. One additional male is shot in the lobby, per his own statement from the hospital. The shooter then calls the elevator, which opens in the lobby. A female exits that elevator and he allows her to walk past him unharmed. He goes up to the 33rd floor.
That woman right there, God, woo! Shout out to that woman, man.
Then calls the elevator, which opens in the lobby. A female exits that elevator and he allows her to walk past him unharmed. He goes up to the 33rd floor, which is route and management, and begins to walk the floor, firing rounds as he traveled. One person was struck and killed on that floor. He then proceeds down a hallway and shoots himself in the chest. In total, we have 5 victims shot, our officer and 4 other innocent civilians, plus the shooter. The shooter is believed to be Shane Tamora, a 27-year-old male with a Las Vegas address. The vehicle he exited is registered in Nevada to Mr. Tamora. Inside of that vehicle, officers found a rifle case with rounds, a loaded revolver, ammunition, and magazines, a backpack, and medication prescribed to Mr. Tamora. The vehicle was searched by our bomb squad and found to be clear of any explosives. The initial investigation shows that Mr. Tamora's vehicle traveled cross-country through Colorado on July 26th, then Nebraska and Iowa on July 27th, and then in Columbia, New Jersey, as recently as 4:24 p.m. today. The vehicle entered New York City shortly thereafter. According to our law enforcement partners in Las Vegas, Mr. Tamora has a documented mental health history. His motives are still under investigation, and we are working to understand why he targeted this particular location. 345 Park Avenue is a commercial office building whose tenants include the NFL, Root and Management, KPMG, and Blackstone. At this time, 4 of the 5 victims are deceased, including our NYPD cop. Our officer was transported here to New York Presbyterian along with 1 male civilian, the lone shooting survivor, who is in critical but stable condition at this time. 2 other civilians, 1 male and 1 female, both deceased, were brought to Bellevue. The 4th civilian is a female who was found dead on the 33rd floor of the location. Additionally, there are 4 other victims being treated for minor injuries sustained in their attempts to flee the scene. Victims' names are being withheld at this time, pending family notification.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay up.
Wow. Wow. Black fatigue, y'all. Black fatigue, man. Black fatigue, man. Say he was screaming, "Free Palestine." God damn. He looked like he might be mixed with something, Samoan or something. I'm trying Tamora, that name Tamora. He might be black and Samoan. I don't know, man. Wow. Unbelievable, man. Everybody hit that like button, man. Smash that like button, man. We going in, man. We going in, man. Everybody smash that damn like button, man. And whether you watching, whether it's on X or it's on if you watching on X, man, I'm gonna drop the link in X. Y'all can come up too, man. Y'all can come up too on X, man. Drop the link on X, man. Stream y'all link. Come on up, man. This guy dog on this black fatigue, man. God damn, man. With y'all, man. Every fucking day, man. It's something new, man. With y'all. And this ain't even in the hood. Look at this. This ain't even the stuff in the hood, man. Damn, he whacked himself. Yeah, he wasn't fully black. If he killed himself, he ain't fully black. He got some Asian in him. Look at that. pie face, man. Look at that flat, round face, man. He got some Asian in him, some kind of Samoan or Filipino or something in him. I wouldn't be surprised, man. Press 1. I wouldn't be surprised if he has some kind of brown Asian in him. You say part Pino? Yeah, he looked like he got some kind of one of the brown Asians. Yeah. He definitely got black in him, and I'm not saying that he don't have black in him at all. Look, even the way he walk like Asian. Look at it. That's how little Asian men walk. They walk like robots and shit. Brother would have more swag. Brother pants would have been sagging. Brother would have been pimping, and brother got a different bop. He got a little Asian bop to him, like a little toy soldier and shit. He walking like a little toy soldier. That sun mowing. Shout out to Big Larry. Big Larry is in the building, man. A sun mowing. Oh shit. What's happening, man? Yeah, man. What's going on?
I'm just enjoying this beans and rice.
Oh, beans and rice. You be farting, man. Damn, man. I ate some beans the other day, man. You don't have me farting like a motherfucker. Pinto beans?
Black beans.
Oh. Yeah, man. This guy right here, man, drove from Las Vegas just into New York like today, like after rush hour, and immediately went to an office building and started killing people.
Supposedly he went to the BlackRock building.
Yeah, screaming "Free Palestine." And I don't know if he knew where he was, but then again, we'll see if he got a manifesto, because he looked like he not fully black, so he might have a manifesto.
Yeah, he definitely looks like at least quarter Asian.
Yeah, he might have a manifesto somewhere where they can. It says witnesses of the shooting. Let's see this.
Just rushed into the room. Some went out in the back door.
Can you give us a sense of what you observed?
Yeah, I was part of a room of about 150 people watching a presentation on the second floor large conference room. We heard multiple shots go off in quick succession from the first floor, and a lot of us just rushed into the room. Some went out in the back door, out onto the street. Other people, including me, we ran into the conference room and then eventually barricaded the tables across the doors and just stayed still. I think it was very, very apparent through all this that a lot of us were young. A lot of us went through training in elementary school of what to do in an active shooter situation. We were all unfortunately prepared. People called the police. There was somebody who had a direct line with the police, updating them. The police, I think, skipped our floor and kept going up to follow the shooter because they heard that the shooter was going upstairs towards the 33rd. So we didn't get let out until a bit later, but it was very apparent that there was a lot of gun awareness among the room of 100 people still there.
And so what did police tell you?
They told us to stay in, and we were in constant communication about what signals they might give us. Even though they were suspecting that a shooter has gone further upstairs, we were also on Twitter, on apps. There was another rumored shooter out in the garden, so they wanted to stay inside. It was generally very unsure. A lot of us were just scrolling Twitter feeds to get better understanding of the situation. We also heard about the profile of the shooter.
Hey, look at the little Asians. What you think about them, fishermen?
They look fine.
Oh, Asians.
I'm eating, man. I ain't really paying attention.
Oh, okay. You eating and shit. Look at that. Look at that, man. This one's fine. This one right here, she look a little villagey, a little ethnic. This one right here, she look pretty good.
Profile of the shooter, though we had no visibility on anything at all.
Give us a sense of that time that you spent sheltering in place.
I think all of us were on our phones. A lot of the people who worked in the company, if they were better understanding of the floor layout plan, they knew there was a back exit. The people inside, we were hiding behind the large monitor. A lot of people were on the ground. We flipped a lot of the tables up. A lot of people were along the windows. Some people, if they were a bit later getting there, they really unfortunately had to just pull curtains over themselves. And we were just shushing each other, trying to telephone information as best we could, and really trying to tell each other, like, stay calm as much as possible.
Fund the police. They were all screaming, fund the police. Fund the police. Refund the police.
A lot of these private equity firms fund all this social revolutionary bullshit.
Yeah, and
then they finally, and then the people finally figured out that it's all a grift and it's all manipulation. So somebody finally went to one of the buildings and did something.
Yeah, these motherfuckers, New Yorkers are woke as shit. These New Yorkers are woke as hell. I'm surprised they didn't protest over what that punk ass motherfucker in Jacksonville who baited the police the other day in the traffic stop. I'm surprised New York didn't have a protest about that.
Were you reaching out to loved ones?
Yeah, for sure. I texted my parents that I love them. I texted people good in my life that I love them. I think very luckily a lot of my friends were very aware of, the active shooter situation. Some people had left in the earlier wave, so they had eyes on the ground. We were honestly really, really scared. Every American has likely thought through the situation of what should they do if an active shooter happened. I've gone through some, semi-close cases in elementary school, but even then, like nothing could have prepared any of us. I think all of us were frozen. All of us were shocked. Nothing could describe that feeling.
All right. Fuck. This black fatigue, man. Black fatigue, man. Let's see him go. They got some tape of him. Yeah, they got some tape of him talking. Black fatigue, y'all.
Hey, we're here with standout running back Shane Tamira from the Granada Hills football team. Big 35-31 victory against Kennedy tonight. The battle for Granada Hills. Shane, just talk about you guys getting that win tonight. How'd you guys come through?
We definitely had to stay disciplined. We were down 10-0. We definitely had to stay disciplined. Our coach kept saying, don't hold your heads down, don't hold your heads down. We just had to stay disciplined and come together as a team.
This guy's definitely part Asian.
Yeah, he definitely. Discipline and shit. Talking about discipline. Ain't no some man ain't disciplined at all, man.
Discipline, you mean? Yeah, he have a discipline.
Shane, a couple of touchdowns for you, including a huge one late in the game there in the fourth quarter with under 4 minutes to go. That put you guys up 35-24, sort of sealed the game there for you guys, gave you guys a nice cushion. Take us through that play right there, jailbreak screen right there. Then you broke free about the 50-yard line and then took it to the house.
Well, our coach basically asked me, he was like, Shane, is the T-screen open? Is the T-screen open? I was like, yeah, it's definitely open. So we just threw the pass to me, Ernie threw the pass to me, and one thing led to another, and I scored.
Shane, talk about, you mentioned you guys were down 10-0, early hole. Things could have got out of control possibly. How did you guys pick yourself up off the floor after that early 10-0 deficit?
Definitely had to stay disciplined. The coaches kept telling us, don't hold your heads down. It's just
What's going on?
I'm actually going to drop out, and I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. Sister.
Guy, he comes out of here with the he's from Palestine. He keeps saying free Palestine. He got his face covered up in the Palestine stuff. He walking out. The police don't pay him no mind. I said it's him. And then they end up getting him, got him, and they put him to the ground.
That wasn't him, jackass, because he killed himself inside the building.
Of course. She has no idea what she's talking about.
Oh my God. Jesus.
They got him. They got him. Tried to bomb it up. I don't know. He tried to bomb it up, and so did the lady. The lady that he.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. And white people, you believe all black women, so they like eating this shit up. They can't
I think these reporters really like interviewing sons because they're very dramatic, and it kind of adds to the thrill of the story.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely they're gonna give you all this, but this is like 1000% like a concoction of what's in her mind. She probably didn't see shit.
Came in there she left with a red bruise on her face though. She went down there. She was with him? Guy, he comes out of here with the he's from Palestine. He keeps saying free Palestine. He got his face covered up in the Palestine stuff. He walking out. The police don't pay him no mind. I said it's him. And then they end up getting him, got him, and they put him to the ground, and they got him. They got him. Tried to bomb it up. I don't know. He tried to bomb it up, and so did the lady. The lady that he came.
Fucking quack. Black quack.
Yeah, he's from Palestine, aka California.
These people crazy, man.
Just earlier, there was a shooter, and there's a lot of unknown details right now, but everything is kind of blocked off, and a lot of media here. Yeah. Hi.
I know. I'm Mike Woody.
Oh, nice to meet you. How are you? Oh, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Were you here?
Brother David. He was walking by, but he didn't see the shooter. David,
Do you mind talking?
Yeah, he actually does. Brandon Straka.
Yeah. Hi, how are you guys?
No way.
Yeah. Nice to see you guys. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Hey,
do you mind?
Yeah. Come on, Dave.
Yeah. I mean,
What happened?
I wasn't in this area. I mean, you were closer than I was. So, but I was down on Park, and I actually had come over to Madison Avenue, and then all of a sudden there are at least
all of it.
Okay, there are at least 20 to 30 cop cars just coming this direction, and then I just kept coming up this here. I mean, we're here all the time, so I don't know what was going on.
You live here in New York?
No, we're visiting, but we visit a lot.
Gotcha.
And we're staying down at 45th and Lexington.
Okay.
And so we're 9 blocks away. But I walked through here. I walked through the area all day today where the situation happened.
Okay.
And
You were here too?
Yeah, I saw it unfold.
You saw it unfold?
Like in the beginning, yeah.
What did you see?
I like work close by, so I was walking to the train station, and I overheard like some people on the phone to police on Park between 50th and 51st. And I kept walking because this is New York, like things happen, and I saw people crying, so I kept walking. This was like 6 or 6:15ish. And before I knew it, I saw cops crouching down over in front of the courtyard area of the building. They're crouching down, and once I noticed that their guns were drawn, I was like, okay, something serious is happening. Then they started yelling at someone to get down, and then I heard and saw gunshots, and everyone just starts running, and someone started screaming, this is a mass shooting, you need to run, everyone run. Everyone started running, and I've been in lockdown for 3 hours now. I've been petrified to leave the building.
How are you doing?
I'm shaking still.
You are?
But, I'm like so petrified. I feel like they prepare you for this your whole life living in the States. I've only lived in the States for 14 years, but
Where are you from?
Originally from Australia.
Oh, you have no accent.
We don't talk about it.
Okay.
I moved when I was 11.
Right.
But I will never forget moving here and like preparing myself for this. But it's so drastically different actually living in it and actually being in a lockdown where they start closing the windows and locking the doors and they tell you like this is an active lockdown. It took me 3 hours to leave the building, and now I'm scared to even take the train home. So
The news is a lot of speculation. Like, do we actually know how many people were killed?
So there's suspected 5 or 6.
She said 5.
Yeah.
5.
Oh my!
But
Last I'd heard
also-
it was possibly 2.
No, and he has an AR-15.
Yeah,
But also they don't know if they actually have the guy or not. So
potentially 5 or 6 dead.
yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's confirmed 5. 3 officers shot.
That's just a normal damn Blackistan.
Horrible. And obviously a lot more were shot but not killed.
I don't know how many were actually like injured. I've only heard. I feel like it's like very slowly developing. But from what I've gathered, like all of the information is very conflicting as far as who they think it is, and like someone had shot themselves, who they believe is the shooter, but they also originally thought that there was 2 shooters. So it's kind of
Classic.
conflicting. But again, I mean, like I've been watching.
Oh, you
this
think
whole
it's a
for
conspiracy?
3 hours and. Everything's just kind of.
I don't know enough
scary.
to
And
say
then, like,
anything,
people come
but
together.
probably.
Yeah. What's the conspiracy? Like what's the root of it? Why could this not have just happened?
Well, I had literally no idea. Like, this is all I know from what we've seen. So I'll update you as I learn more.
Believable. But the shooter is dead.
They believe so, but they also did state that there was a possibility of 2 shooters. So there's only 1 dead.
And they believe the shooter shot himself.
Let me get this
4
on the
dead.
screen because this
4
is
killed.
misinformation.
An hour ago.
This is misinformation. This is we got the you know the skinny, the scoop right now, man. We got the scoop right now. We got what's really happening, man. What's going on, Ray Wall?
The latest out of a shooting.
Yo, what about my bad?
We're learning about a gunman.
Black fatigue, man.
Yeah, I saw that sister just blame a random person. It's funny because black folks don't give white people that same grace, you know. Back in the day, if they got somebody wrong, see, they racist. They just pick any black person.
Cutthroat.
She gets to pick anybody.
Oh yeah,
No one's gonna hold her accountable. Nobody's gonna hold her accountable.
Yeah, she just pointed at 2 random ass people and said they did it. And sisters, like, they love coming up on a scene of an arrest or a crime scene and just yapping. I've noticed that. Just start yapping. Let them go. Get off of them. Why y'all doing them like that? Oh, they got to say something. Whenever it's a big crowd, they got to run their mouth.
Women usually make things worse no matter what they're involved in.
They love the
The
drama.
latest out of a shooting from Manhattan, New York, and what we're learning about a gunman and a possible connection to Las Vegas. Once again, this follows gunfire in New York City. A police officer and another person been shot at an office skyscraper in Midtown Manhattan this evening. That's according to law enforcement sources.
And here's what we know so far. This occurred in the lobby of Park Avenue. Police have reportedly killed the gunman there. According to CNN, that gunman is from Las Vegas, 27-year-old Shane Tamura. Again, a 27-year-old gunman that they believe is here from Las Vegas is the one that they believe walked into this building tonight. We're also learning that the wounded officer is in critical condition. New York Governor Kathy Hochul says that she was briefed on the situation as well. The FBI is providing support at the scene. This is according to a deputy there as well, the deputy director telling us that information. And we're looking at live pics right now of people who seem to be pretty frantic trying to figure out what's happening here, Marie.
From these live pictures now, we're also learning that New York Mayor Eric Adams posted online saying that he has been at the scene of the shooting and he's asking people inside Park Avenue to remain inside the building for now. He also says he'll be going to the hospital. We've also learned that 4 people, including a New York Police Department officer, were ultimately killed in that shooting in Midtown Manhattan. That's according to a law enforcement official to CNN. Now, the gunman, as LaToya mentioned, has been identified as a 27-year-old from Las Vegas, also dead from what police believe is a self-inflicted injury. We'll have continuing coverage here on air and online. And maybe if we stay with these images for a moment.
Somebody said that there was another shooting involving Sons.
Oh, there's always another shooting involved with Sons, man.
In
Hold it
Manhattan.
down. Oh, yeah, there's always another shooting involved with Sons in Manhattan. Hold it down for me. Make sure you guys support the channel, support the show, guys. Jesus Christ, man, support the show, man. We come in here, we bringing you. If you missed the show last night, man, we was in here 3:00 in the morning last night, man. Came on at
Salute.
3. Shout out to Barry B, man. Barry B in the building. Yeah, I was in this motherfucker at I was in this motherfucker at 3:00 in the morning. 3:00 in the morning, man. Salute to all you people, man, out there, man. Shout out to all you guys, man. Make sure you y'all hold it down, man. I'll be back in like a few minutes, man. Thank
you. What's good, panel?
Yo, what's good? Hey, look, this guy looking black in these.
Yep.
So, who did he kill beside the police officer? Is it
know.
random people? Or no one knows the story? They just know he killed people. I'm just seeing this for the first time.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Killed 4 others in Manhattan. Then he shot himself.
Read the comments.
How was the show last night? I missed it.
Yeah, I missed it too, but to add on to the conspiracy angle, it's a pattern with the 2 shooters. The news will tell you that there's only 1 shooter, but the eyewitnesses will say there were multiple shooters.
Oh, so maybe that sister was right then.
Who knows, man?
Maybe she was right. Yeah. Jeez.
But the Las Vegas shooting, that was probably the biggest, most obvious one.
Oh, there's a shooting in Vegas?
I think like 60 people died. Like just a crazy amount of people died, and they're trying to say it was one dude.
When was this?
That's about 10 years ago, I want to say.
Oh, yeah, the big one. Yeah. I thought you were talking about something new.
At the festival, like electronic music.
I know people who are actually there.
What did they say?
From my old job. One was a woman. She was okay, but the guy was messed up. So.
Yeah, I mean that's the shit that they saw is worse than probably most veterans.
Yeah. And they were physicians too, so they were probably trying to help. So I can just imagine all the blood and everything.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yep.
I would have been out of there.
Yeah, I just saw the Cincinnati incident. I know we're not there yet, but man, that was rough.
What happened?
The fight in Cincinnati. Oh, you didn't see it? What the title is about?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I read the title, but I didn't catch it.
I won't talk about it then.
You just saw the fight? You just saw it?
Yeah, I just saw it today, like an hour ago. My pops told me about it.
That's crazy. Oh, yeah, man. More black fatigue, man.
Yeah, man. And you know, sons. So, well, you don't know what they said.
Yeah, you know how sons is. Yeah, definitely. That excuses anything. If they can say you said something, you don't have to. If they just say you said something,
Yeah.
it's like you
Well,
through.
you remember the thing way back when Tom Brady was playing, and
I don't. Oh, you went away. You went off. What's up, Mark Ishmael? I know you up there. And I know you know something about this. That some facts.
What's up, fella? My bad. I'm in the club.
What's happening?
I'm alright. Yesterday's show was alright, man. It was pretty funny. That that dude is actually from where Cory Butcher from? Cory
Oh, okay.
no, Cory Booker, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. If you last night's show. Well, this morning show was we had a guest. We had a guest, and he was. It was an epic. It was an epic guest on this show. So I suggest all you people, when you get a chance, you watch the previous episode to this. It was epic. We had an epic guest last night, man.
From Las Vegas, 27 years old, armed with that long gun, not only shot at that officer and killed that off-duty officer, but also shot and killed 3 people. And then at some point, he went up to the 33rd floor. And
See,
then
this
he
is what
barricaded
lady cops are good for, man. Consoling people, consoling, women on the scene, man. They finally found a good use for female cops.
himself
What a
inside.
waste of a
And we're
cop.
told he was later found dead on that 33rd floor. So this happened just before 6:30 p.m. Again, this building contains a number of offices, the NFL headquarters being one. We don't know right now if this was a targeted attack or what could have possibly set this person off and how this person.
See, it's going to be a lot of conspiracy theories because of who's housed in this building. But if you know anything about New York, downtown New York, Manhattan, you can walk in a building, man. It could be anything, any fucking company in there, man. Like, like it's the financial capital of the United States, probably the world. Like just because you walk into a random building, like say he would have walked into a random building and it would have been motherfucking like some big insurance company in there, like Allstate or what's another one? I can't never think of them when I want to Liberty,
Progressive.
Mutual, Progressive, or anything, right? And then people will be like, "Oh, see, he's another Mangione. He's trying to, and it just could have been like, it don't really mean New York City is full of these big companies. This guy just got to the city a few minutes before he went into the shoot. He drove from Las Vegas, cross country, and he got to New Jersey at 6:00. So that means, and then he drove into New York shortly thereafter, and then stopped in Manhattan and did this killing. So he really, you know what I'm saying? He didn't. I don't think it was orchestrated, because if he really wanted to kill people in this building, he would have got there earlier, man. He'd have got there way earlier when people were there, when that building was full of people. He got there right when it was letting out.
As Marie just said, traveled from one end of the country to the next, and how he encountered this gun and was able to get it across that far and to do this harm to folks who were presumably just going about their Monday.
Tracy says, when are we going to do a deep dive into the Juice Crew? Haven't y'all done plenty of deep dives into it? I mean, like, y'all did a deep dive of it, like, I think it was last week. Talking about them, I don't know, all weeks run together. It probably maybe been 2 weeks ago. But y'all talk. You can't blame this on the Juice Crew. It's an old pie-faced son, man. And he ain't a rapper, so the rap music ain't make him do it. He just a fucking pie-faced son, man. Wanted to kill a bunch of people.
But at 6:30, the terror rained down, and we're told that's when this person came in with that gun and shot folks. This is video from earlier in that scene. You can see a number of officers, pretty active, as you can imagine. And I would imagine once they found out, Marie, that one of their own was among those who had been shot, there was probably all hands on deck.
And so where are we now, hours after all of this unfolded? NBC News is reporting that some occupants of buildings near the scene, they're now being allowed to leave following the lockdowns there. Reporters there describing a sense of relief spreading through the crowds after police had announced that the gunman was dead.
And what's really shocking about this is the connection possibly here to Las Vegas. As we've been telling you, CNN now reporting that the gunman is in fact from Southern Nevada, from Las Vegas. And so we're working, as you can imagine, our entire newsroom on this, trying to figure out not only who Shane Tamura was, but perhaps if he had any other connections here in town and what possibly might have set him off to make him travel across country. Had he lived there for a time? Was he just in fact visiting? Again, that's video of him.
Look at him walking with that gun, looking like a toy soldier. That's a straight up goddamn Asian, man. That's an Asian, man. Look at the
Toy
eyes,
soldier, you say?
Look at the eyes. He got the same the Asian eyes too. It's going on y'all docket, Asians, tigers. It's y'all, man. Because he could have a son man. Don't get me wrong. He probably got a son man dad, and the son man hair. But he got a goddamn, and he's a running back, so he might got some son man. He probably got some son man in him if he was a running back in college, in high school.
Yeah, you said you only need half, right? You only need half.
Like Kyler Murray. Yeah, he like Kyler Murray. Remember the quarterback for the
Arizona?
Cardinals? Yeah, like Kyler Murray.
That was a screenshot of video of him walking into that building, 345 Park Avenue here, housing the NFL headquarters, also Blackstone, which is a very prominent company as well. And so
Blackstone, what is Blackstone? What do they do?
Treadstone?
I think it's a finance company.
Blackstone.
Is that the one that's buying up all the real estate?
I'm trying to see. Blackstone, NYC. Let me see.
Hey, Fisherman's in the back.
Maybe people in the comment section on that.
Let's see anyone else. Yeah, salute to
Oh no, I'm thinking about BlackRock. My bad.
Yeah, BlackRock. That's
I think they're affiliated.
The same. Okay.
I think one owns the other, vice versa.
They probably outbid him for a home. He got mad.
Let me see.
It's, State Street, BlackRock, and one more. I forget the last one.
This is Blackstone.
So like
Blackstone. This is Blackstone right here. These don't look like Juice Crew. This one's definitely
the one on the right does.
Hold on, let me see what these.
Our lives have been moving online for decades, but there is a massive wave of digitization ahead, and it's being supercharged by AI.
That means more demand for digital infrastructure like data centers and a significant increase in the energy required to power them.
Significant.
Building and investing in this infrastructure of the 21st century are poised to benefit. So that's what we're doing at Blackstone, investing billions across asset classes in the companies that make up the AI value chain.
We acquired the fastest growing data center owner operator in the US and the largest data center platform in Asia. We made one of the largest private credit financings in history to a cloud services provider. We committed to major wind and solar projects and invested in the largest privately held renewable company in North America. And we continue to invest heavily in energy infrastructure such as battery storage, electrical equipment, energy efficiency, and more. That's how Blackstone captures a powerful megatrend.
That's how Blackstone delivers for our investors. Build with Blackstone.
Okay. It says, who are these people? Delivering Blackstone, build financial security. What? I still don't know what they do. Real estate income, private credit fund, private multi-asset credit, and income fund.
They just loan out money.
Blackstone private wealth partners with financial advisors to unlock access to private markets for their clients. We've built our flagship products with the needs of individual investors in mind. Yeah, Blackstone. Wow.
So, I mean, they're probably connected to Israel. Like
Wow.
BlackRock's office is called Little Israel.
The executive officer is Stephen A. Schwarzman.
Ding, ding, ding.
So, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
BlackRock's office is called Little Israel because it's filled with so many Jews crew. And I think Blackstone is one of the owners of BlackRock, or it might be the other way around. Because BlackRock has got money tied up in all of these different industries and businesses, so they can have controlling stake on the boards of these companies on how they invest their money and impose their woke policies and communist whatever and whatnot, fire all the white people type stuff. And
wow.
So a lot of the sort of like what's wrong with society, a lot of people always find their way back to the BlackRock stuff. And the fact that this guy went there and was screaming free Palestine, he probably had connected the dots of Jewish crew using private finance and whatever to make a lot of this stuff happen around the world. So he just went straight to the source.
I would usually disagree with that, but since he got some goddamn tiger in him, anything is possible.
Yeah. Yeah, for just a regular son, that would be a massive stretch. But if he's half tiger, you'd probably figure out if he figured this out via stuff on social media or his search history or his subscriptions to channels.
Well, this
or
one
if you just get on X now, X is super anti-Semitic now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This one says Blackstone and BlackRock they're not the same thing. It says they're two prominent U.S.-based asset management firms, though they differ significantly in their core investment strategies and client focus. BlackRock specializes in traditional public market investments such as stocks, bonds, and exchange-traded funds. They're the world's largest asset manager with $11 trillion in assets under management. BlackRock caters to a broad range of clients, including institutional, intermediary, and individual investors. Blackstone focuses on alternative investments like private equity, real estate, hedge fund solutions, credit insurance. They are the world's largest alternative assets manager with over $1 trillion in AUM, assets under management. So, Blackstone primarily serves high net worth individuals and finance institutions. So, BlackRock and Blackstone, they're not the same company. They do different things.
They're affiliated.
I don't know.
Yeah, they just have like the massive web of shit that goes on in all these companies. It's like you can't. It's never super cut and dry. Like one does this, and that's all they do, and then the other does this. They're always moving money around, and there's like 1,000 shell companies under these giant conglomerates. So like them being in charge of over $1 trillion in assets, you could spend years trying to figure out where all the money goes.
Yeah, facts. Salute to D from Boston. He says, salute our great show this morning, along with your panel guests. Suns took out a 6-year-old in Detroit last night. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, you told me about that. That's right. You was telling me about that last night. Jesus Christ, man. We got to get back to the Sun man. Oh, there was another shooting in Las Vegas. Okay, yeah, man took out his mother and his sister. Um, yeah, we'll get back to this, man. Let's see. Let's see what's going on around. Oh yeah, we got to get to that Cincinnati. We get to Cincinnati in a minute, man. Wow, they took out a 6-year-old last night. You fucking son bitches, son mother.
Our other top story tonight, it's a tragedy that should have been prevented. Late last night, this 6-year-old little boy right here, Riley Love, was shot and killed by a stray bullet.
It happened right here.
Niggas get to ignore this. This is the thing about white people. This is why white people, I'd never believe white people are racist, and I think they have I don't know what a chronic altruism.
Pathological altruism.
They allow black people to do shit like this and just completely not say anything.
Scot-free.
And get beat over the head about some sun turd that like got slick with the cops and got punched in the face. And they let Sons like make a big tizzy about that and a national story about that. And white people, there's no way there's not white people who haven't seen this news story. Let's just be honest. It's on the news, the local news, and they just allow Sons to complain about that fucking punk in Jacksonville who got punched by the cop.
The Suns will blame this on white people too.
It's true. Yeah.
So it's like most white people have just resigned to the fact that Suns are out of their goddamn minds and that you just kind of gotta let Suns, live in their little world while you try to make your way around them. But I think it's getting to the boiling point where that's no longer tenable. And it's like, all right, either we're going to live in a first world country or we're going to live in fucking Haiti.
Yeah, I would say that the Suns are boiling over. So you can't ignore it. Not anymore.
The Suns are boiling over. Salute to Sowath, man. Shout out to you, Sowath. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again.
At a home on Anglin Street near DeQuinder and East McNichols on Detroit's east side. So let's get out to our Erica Erickson. She's live tonight. Erica, you spoke to Riley's father.
Yes, he and that little boy's mother dealing with a parent's worst nightmare right now. And they're just hoping that Detroit police will have some answers for them very soon.
So he was just in the house. What was he doing?
Eating his McDonald's.
Just enjoying his dinner with his big brother when a stray bullet piercing this front window and hitting 6-year-old Riley Love in the head.
I came here and we rushed him to the hospital and they said he didn't make it.
The gunfire erupting on Anglin and Stender around 9 Sunday night on Detroit's east side. A shootout, possibly between 3 cars, a red Jeep, black sedan, and an unidentified vehicle.
When I heard it, I couldn't believe it. Get these animals off the street.
And little Riley's life taken in an instant. His father, Terrence Neal, says his baby boy was a joy. He loved Spider-Man and Bluey and just spent the day playing in the sunshine and in the pool.
It's indescribable when you can't smell your baby breath no more. He can't tell you he love you. Yeah, it's crushing. Like my world is crushed.
Detroit and state police out gathering more evidence and canvassing Monday. demanding for those who know anything to come forward.
We will catch you. Trust us.
These niggas don't know nothing. These niggas in this community get to complain about Jacksonville, Florida, and complain about some other microaggression somewhere else in the country, and this happened in their fucking backyard, and not say a fucking word about it. That's the luxury niggas have. I mean, think about that. These niggas ain't gonna say nothing about this. They not gonna cooperate, nothing.
Also, the newscaster guy, he said that this was could have been prevented. Is he gonna? Maybe he'll elaborate on that. We should wait.
How could it be prevented when it's it's a shootout between three? Like, it's just nigga shit. Like, black shit happen all the time. The way blacks behave, man, towards each other. The only way to prevent this is to this dude to go. What's that place where the white people just made to get away? The Ozarks or some shit. I don't know what the fuck the name of that place is. White people just made a all white town.
Yeah, I've been meaning to learn about that because I heard about it, but I don't know anything about it.
And blacks been whining about it all week. Blacks been whining about that shit like I'm whining about it. They got their own town, man.
That's when we say that.
A cash reward now being offered as this father and his family say, someone, please do what's right for them and for his child.
It was meant for somebody else. And I can't never see him again. It's killing me.
So awful. Right now, there is a $5,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in this case. You can call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. There's also a tip line and a link to donate to Riley's family at clickondetroit.com.
Smash.
Reporting live outside Detroit Police Headquarters, Erica Erickson. Back to you.
Jesus Christ.
Right now, a violent weekend in the city prompting Philadelphia's top cop and prosecutor to publicly address what they describe as one of their most challenging months. 3 people were killed, 15 injured in 12 different shootings
Remember
since
I told
Friday.
you, who remembers last month we was talking about, y'all was clowning me about how that this being my favorite mayor and how she had gotten crime homicides down 29%. And it was like, well, you know, I do like her, but it's the summertime is upon us, man. And I don't know how it's gonna work out this summer, but I did give her credit. I gave her credit. She did get the job done before summer. It just what can you do, man?
I remember you like the mayor of DC. You always gave her credit.
Yeah, I like her too. But it's like, what can you do? Like, literally, like, what can you do when
get these animals off the streets?
Thank you. But if the Negro kids getting out of school for the summer means that your homicide rate is going to go through the roof, what can you make summer school mandatory? Like, what can you do?
Midnight summer basketball.
It's insane.
If we actually arrested every son that needed to be arrested, the numbers would be unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're overcrowded in prisons now. Come on.
And especially in like the 12 to 18 demographic.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
Your average glider's head would explode and be just so distraught over all of the systemic racism that obviously must have to be taking place.
I'm telling you, man. If every son that needed to be arrested was arrested and prosecuted to the letter of the law. Oh shit. Oh shit. Like y'all wouldn't be having this show. Y'all wouldn't have, like, I wouldn't be like, it was just like, yo, this is boy. y'all gotta wear that what the racist jacket all day.
The Klan hood.
Jeez. Wow.
I mean, how long could you talk about Caitlin Clark?
For real.
Wow.
I mean, they would literally
Say the
have
stats are still
like arrest lines out the door of every fucking police station, and there would be nothing but son kids with skinny jeans on and dreads.
Yep. Jeez. I mean, yeah. Yikes.
showing, quote, historic improvements in fighting crime. Kelly, what are you learning?
Well, Sheba, police say since Thursday night, there were 3 quadruple shootings, and 2 of those shootings involved victims that are young children, including a 7-year-old little girl that had to have surgery. Fortunately, police say she is stable. Police did say today they are making progress in their...
You got a 7-year-old girl shot here in Philly, a 6-year-old killed, and like it's literally more black kids under what? Under 8 were shot this weekend than white people. All like just period. just all white people. Shit, crazy.
investigations. Much personnel possible to head in your direction. Radio calls Saturday night captured police responding to gunfire on the 1900 block of West Hunting Park Avenue that killed 2 people and injured 2 others, including a mother and her 7-year-old daughter. All right, anybody on this detail that scooped the 7-year-old juvenile? Today, police confirmed it started with a birthday party and barbecue at a home on the block when just before 8:30 p.m., a group of men started arguing. Police say it turned physical with women joining the fight. At some point, someone pulls out a gun, shooting a 26-year-old woman in the arm and shooting 26-year-old Karan Ross Weems. He died at the hospital. Then police say 20-year-old Lunzel McDaniel came out of the home and fired down the street, killing 29-year-old Nafik Johnson. McDaniel was...
He came out of his home and just fired down the street. So he didn't care who he hit. It didn't matter. Yeah, you can't live around people like that if you don't have to. If you don't have to. Now, if you must, that's different. I think those white people that got today, they realize, look, wait a second, we don't literally have to live around these people. They probably gotta, because when you think about the Amish, they don't have these problems. The Amish don't have these problems.
Yeah, I actually have a friend that when we talk about this stuff, he brings up the Amish a lot and how you can't beat them because all they do is have a shit ton of kids. They don't watch any news. They don't participate in any of the stuff that everybody else does, and they just buy up more and more land. You can't beat them.
Yeah.
They tried during COVID, but they didn't stand a chance.
charged with murder and other related charges.
At this point, another individual was fatally struck, a 29-year-old, who I was told was trying to render aid to people that were shot. And also, we believe at that point, the 7-year-old received a wound to her head that caused her some very serious injuries where she had to get surgery.
It is cowardly acts to sit in a group and be firing a weapon when you have children being shot.
Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel and District Attorney Larry Krasner addressing the weekend violence during a news conference this morning.
This weekend was violent. This weekend was disturbing.
3 killed and 15 others injured in 12 different shootings. But they also pointed to the numbers that they say continue to show a decline in violent crime, with homicides down about 15% from this time last year, trending the lowest in 50 years.
So they were down 29% last month. Now this month is 15%. Next month is going to be right even with last year. Wow.
Did I hear him right in that the guy that the 29-year-old that was killed was hit while he was rendering aid to somebody else that was hit?
Yep. You heard that right.
So he just killed some dude. It's like
He's
doing
fired down the
CPR.
block, though.
I mean, I get it. It's just funny. It's like he's doing CPR, and the dude's like, "It was that guy. Light him up." He just sprays the dude doing CPR or something.
Of course, he's the guy that gets hit, which is fucked up because, you know, with everybody on that block, he gets hit. The guy, the son, how rare it is for sons to render aid. And then the fucking son who does render aid gets hit by the guy who just fired down the block.
And we're down significantly with our numbers. We will not accept the fact that this violence continues. July is one of our most challenging months, but we are winning this summer. You know, the summer has always been a challenge for us just because the weather, everyone's out, a lot more engagement, a lot more conflict. But we're going to continue to stay focused on the work.
Because that's normal.
And police say that work will continue with an increased presence on the 1900 block of West Hunting Park Avenue as a result of that quadruple shooting this weekend. They are asking anybody with additional information or surveillance video to call 215-686-TIPS. Chris.
All right. Thanks, Kelly.
Breaking news at 11, panic in New York City as a man opens fire inside of an office building. Police say he shot freely and randomly, killing an off-duty police officer working a security detail and 3 other people in that office building in Midtown. After the carnage, police say the suspect took his own life on the 33rd floor. It is Monday night, and the big story is the violent rampage that played out as people were leaving work tonight in Manhattan. As police swarmed the building, employees inside were told to shelter in place. Many of them piled up chairs, couches, and desks to keep the suspect from getting in the door. We just got an update from New York City Police at this hour, who confirmed that 4 people have died, including that off-duty officer. 1 other person is critically injured, and the suspect has been identified as 27-year-old Shane Tamora from Las Vegas, who had a documented mental health history. Action News' Christian.
Oh, that's convenient.
You know what would be funny is if he meant to go to BlackRock and he ended up at Blackstone, and his son, part of his brain was like, "That's it."
Yeah, it was a long drive. He wasn't thinking clearly.
I mean,
the 33rd floor part is funny and suspicious.
It's a middle finger to everyone who knows.
What is the 33rd floor? What does that mean?
It's the 33rd degree Freemasons.
It tells you that it was a conspiracy.
Wow.
Leto has been following this breaking story and is here now in the studio with the new developments. Christy.
That's right, Rick. Well, that shooting happened at 345 Park Avenue, which houses both the NFL headquarters and financial firm Blackstone. Now, police say the attack was carried out by a lone gunman who you just identified as 27-year-old Shane Tamora, who drove across the country from Las Vegas late July, arriving in New York City this week. Tonight, we're learning more information about the victims from that deadly shooting, including the police officer.
Among them is NYPD police officer Didarul Islam, 36 years old, 4 years on the job.
Didarul Islam.
So he deleted an era trying to get to the Jews crew for attacking the Arabs?
Oh, no.
Officer Islam was married with 2 young boys. His wife is pregnant with their 3rd child. He put himself in harm's way. He made the ultimate sacrifice.
I thought it was like drums or something, and then I was like, what's happening? We just kept walking, and then you see people running at you. And so then we're like, what's happening? Is like, we heard gunshots, so we just ran.
I saw personally a guy on the floor. He was laid out. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he got shot. But there was a guy laying on the floor. They tried to give him CPR. He didn't get up. They put him in the ambulance.
She said she ducked into an elevator. She said that she saw someone get shot.
Yeah, panic and chaos right there. Donovan here telling our sister station WABC
Here's the,
that he received a flurry of texts from his wife who works.
Here's the cop, man. Maybe you can give me an ID on this cop, man. Maybe I can give me an ID on this cop.
It's a sun man.
Gidaru.
I'm gonna say it's like a East African sun man.
Looks kind of Patel-like.
Yeah, he's kind of like a Pakistani or something.
He does look Patelish.
Bangladesh.
He
They
said-
love their
he just-
Islam in Bangladesh.
He said, "Stop right there. Put down the gun. Stop right there, son man."
Jeez. Salute to Malik Quelly. He says, Democratic ran cities make too much money off crime to want to stop it. Yeah, that's another way of absolving the sun man. It don't matter how much money they made off of crime. It don't matter if they had to pay for the crime. You can't stop sun men from killing. What you're saying right here is kind of like, and you know, you seem like a nice guy, Malik Quelly, and this is nothing personal, but that's a common thing that some people do. Oh man, it's just, you know, they getting so much money off the crime that they don't even want to stop it. Like it's implying that it's someone else's fault that some people behave like.
I'll take it a step further and say if they're making money off it, they're going to promote it and they're going to get them to do more sun crime. But I agree with the political theater. That's definitely true.
Yeah, RIP to this Patel, man. Damn, man. Got whacked out randomly. Like that shit happened so fast. I know in New York City he wasn't expecting the dude just to be walking up with a fucking machine gun. You never see that in New York City. Down Manhattan.
Inside the Midtown high-rise security cameras captured the suspect
Yeah, like when
walking
he saw
in the
this,
plaza.
he probably was like, "What the fuck?"
He thought he's like, "They shooting a movie out here? What the hell's going on?"
Yeah,
What
I bet a lot of people without that. New Yorkers are fucking weird.
Well, like the stupid glider chick earlier, she was like, "Well, there was a shooting going on, and you know, stuff happens in New York, so everyone's just kind of walking around, like going about their business."
It seemed like she was almost excited to have been.
Yeah, they were having a ball talking about that.
Yeah,
Liberals are fucking
weird.
weirdos.
The adrenaline though of that situation, you know, surviving that situation. Like this fucker, he killed himself. Like the cops didn't kill him. He could have killed way more people. They were lucky that he did. Like, you know, these situations. If you've ever been around when people start shooting in these places, these big crowds, you know, it is like everybody's running and trampling everybody and mayhem. That shit is if somebody put a microphone in your face shortly after that, your elevated heart rate, you know, like if you've ever been there when a mass shooting happened, it's very hairy. It's very, very hairy, especially when the sun's, you know, like, I mean, it's just, I'm sure these people were horrified, man. I'm not even gonna lie, man. You're in your office, getting off for the day, some dude just comes and starts shooting everybody. Like, whether here's the thing too, like, some of y'all think, I'm thinking y'all say it's a conspiracy. Think about this though. Whether it's a conspiracy or not, right? If you're in your fucking office, shutting down your computer, some guy comes in there and starts shooting, whether it's a conspiracy, whether it's fucking just a mental health, it don't really matter to you You know what I'm saying? You not in on it.
Outside the Midtown high-rise just before 6:30, he was dressed right here in a navy jacket and armed with what appears to be an M4 long-range assault rifle along with tactical gear. And then once inside, investigators say the gunman shot at a police officer, a bystander who was also hit by the gunfire. Now, witnesses captured the emergency response as NYPD flooded the streets, the FBI on scene to assist. Authorities say the gunman then barricaded himself on the 33rd floor before killing himself, and by late evening, employees were escorted out of the building, as you can see, with their hands up in the air. Now, certainly a scary scene for employees in that building.
Now, here's the thing. All these people earlier were like, that son man don't have to give his ID. His son man don't have to give the cop his license. He don't have to open his door. None of them had a problem walking out of that building with their hands up. Because they were scared as shit. And they was happy to see the fucking police.
Deep down, they love the police.
Yeah.
Want them to touch them and stuff.
All these fucking shit-stained New Yorkers, man.
A date night out in Center City turns into a terrifying experience for a Gloucester.
Okay, so right off the bat, Ritz-Carlton. So this is probably White's date night at the Ritz-Carlton. Yeah. That's a nice fucking hotel, man. We got one in just outside of DC. I basically was security guard there. I was security guard at the mall, and the mall's attached to the hotel. And that's where all the NBA players and NFL players stay when they come to play the Redskins or the Wizards. That's where they stay, at their hotel, the Ritz-Carlton.
A date night out in Center City turns into a terrifying experience for a Gloucester County couple. They were followed and then robbed at gunpoint in the driveway of their home in Washington Township. Action News reporter Brianna Smith spoke with the victims. She's live outside Philadelphia Police Headquarters with more on what unfolded. Brianna.
Rick, the incident started here in the city, so Philadelphia Police and Washington Township Police are investigating this case together. We spoke to the victim who was pistol whipped and robbed. He says he's doing okay after such a horrific night, but he says he had no idea he was being followed. A neighbor's camera captured this terrifying scream from Frank Manfredi's fiance as armed suspects assaulted and robbed him outside their home in Washington Township.
I wouldn't wish this on anybody.
Manfredi says he exited his Mercedes in his driveway on
Manfredi, so it's a fucking Italian guy.
Pepperoni glider.
Wow. Glider's taking it up the rear, man. Son just following you home from the Ritz-Carlton. Jeez. They complaining when y'all want to start your own town and shit, whining about it. Jeez.
Wanting to move there.
That's really what it is. They want the option.
The luxury, the privilege.
So shout out to Adolf Diversity. Adolf Diversity. Shout out to you, man.
Eat and Drive around 11:30 Sunday night. Shortly after, this video shows he was ambushed by the two attackers wearing dark clothing and a mask.
He pulled out his Glock gun and hit me on the top of the head. I had a gash on the top of the head, blood running down my face. And he said, "Don't you move. I will shoot you dead right here."
Police say Manfredi's fiance was held at gunpoint in order to remain silent.
You're thinking is this it?
Manfredi says the suspects ran away with his Rolex watch and wallet filled with cash and credit cards. Police say they jumped.
So they probably have been eyeing him. May have been, because, sons do that now. They hang around jewelry stores and banks and shit, malls. They see people coming out with a lot of bags. They follow them home.
Hey, where's Joey Merlino when you need him?
Into a getaway vehicle at Eaton and Joseph Drives.
My house is so lit up. I can't imagine anybody would want to come in front of my house and think they're going to get away with something like that.
Washington Township Police Chief Patrick Gersick says license plate readers reveal the suspect's vehicle was last seen heading towards Philadelphia, where the incident began. The couple went to park in the Ritz-Carlton before heading home.
We're able to see our victim's vehicle, a Mercedes-Benz, enter Washington Township at 11:20 p.m., followed by another vehicle.
Gersick says they're working with Philadelphia detectives to locate the criminals and their vehicle, which police believe is stolen. He urges residents to
know your surroundings, keep your head on a swivel, never become too complacent.
And police say this is an isolated incident. They also believe the suspects are from Philadelphia, and they have some leads that they're actively investigating. Live outside Philadelphia Police Headquarters, Brianna Smith, Channel 6 Action News. Rick?
All right, Brianna, thank you for that report. Everything off the top at 6 tonight. We continue.
Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Let's see. Cincinnati.
Oh, the NBA player wrote a bad check. He's George Floyd 2.0.
Wow. His ass is supposed to be on first take this morning. He wasn't on there, was he? I don't think. Shit.
Did they cover for him?
I don't know, man. He just,
ESPN did.
Jesus Christ. Some man can't stay out of trouble. Some man can't stay out of trouble, Jack.
Imagine Stephen A. Smith being like, our brother Markeith was wrongfully arrested this morning.
Oh, what we know about the New York shooting.
We continue to follow breaking news. 4 people have been shot and killed, including an NYPD off-duty officer working a security detail. The NYPD just posted a picture of the officer, Didarul Islam. Investigators say a man seen on security camera carrying a rifle walked into an office building in Midtown and shot the officer. 3 others dead. Police say the suspect then shot himself on the 33rd floor. The officer was married, father of 2, with another on the way. Police say the shooter had a mental health history, but right now his motive is under investigation.
Investigator Masa Saidi has been digging into the shooting suspect's background.
Yeah, Masa, the big question, of course, is that motive, and it doesn't sound like we have a lot on it yet.
Yeah, we just heard the police commissioner say that we do not have a motive. So as you guys say, we have been trying to learn as much as we can about this suspect. We attempted to reach out to his family. We have not been able to make any contact yet. But as we've been reporting all night, he did have a concealed carry permit that was issued back in 2022. That's good for 5 years. It was still active. And that means that when this permit was issued, if the process down in Nevada worked as it should, there would have been no major red flags for law enforcement at the time. Because here is what makes you ineligible to get a CCW permit in Nevada. If you have a felony conviction, you're barred. If you're convicted of stalking, you're barred. Same if you've habitually abused alcohol or drugs, for example, or if you've been admitted to a mental health facility within the last 5 years. But at the presser, we heard the police commissioner say that she's in touch with LVMPD. Those are the authorities that issued the CCW permit to the suspect, and they say that the suspect has a documented mental health history. So we heard our expert talking about some of the red flag potential issues that could be raised by that. Now, we know there's 44 floors on this building and Park Avenue, including Blackstone, NFL, what we've been reporting all night long. Now, police say that from the lobby, he went to the 33rd floor. He fired rounds. He killed one person on the 33rd floor. And now we know
from the lobby, he went straight to the 33rd floor. So that makes you feel even more that it's a conspiracy, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I just think he probably was on X, seen all the Juice Crew stuff, and just chimped out, just like the dude did in DC.
I just want to know why she's talking about a concealed carry permit when he's
it doesn't
shooting
matter.
with
She's
a rifle.
She's a stupid bitch. She don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Salute.
Irresponsible.
Well, here's the thing. She may be given just the information they have. They may not have much on him yet, and they just giving out whatever they have. Maybe they just like They're like, yo, we need a segment on this guy. What do you have on him? He's like, oh, I got to see. All right, say that shit on air. Like, we need to keep the viewers rolling in, man. This is the news, man. Updates. Mass shooting. 33rd floor, 33rd degree Mason, Black Rock. David DeHart. Shout out to David DeHart.
It is funny that that's where their office is.
He said suspect was a Sun Tiger.
Look,
Facts.
you either believe in coincidences or you don't.
Yeah, I don't. Y'all
that's the
y'all can be on y'all conspiracy shit. I think shit just happens, but I'm willing to be.
I respect it.
Hold on, I'm willing to hear more. That's why I'm investigating it. I'm Black Columbo, man. But you know, I just think that this is just some crazy sun, man. Now, if I'm willing to change my opinion.
The landlord of this building, that is where they were located. And before we knew about this tragedy that potentially they've lost one of their own, we did reach out to them to try to get comment about the news as it was unfolding. But, you know, we're going to continue to work this, guys, and try to get as much information as we can. But an M4 rifle, a revolver allegedly in this gentleman's car, came here from cross country. What happened? How did we get here? If what police say is true.
And prescription medication too, the commissioner said as well, they found in searching that car. It's a clear sign that we need to look at security in these office buildings that we all work in, because somebody can clearly now walk in with a rifle and just start shooting.
Casually stroll in the most amazing way fashion.
So scary.
Yes.
Masa, thank you.
Thank you, Masa.
So that's the thing now. Like, people can look up all the, you know, where all the news studios and the lobby groups and the investment firms are that fuck with society, and they can walk up in that bitch with a fucking magazine, a 30-round mag, and just go to town. So you can't really hide anymore.
You have community groups
Sets
who
a
are
precedent.
coming out and doing volunteer work out of their Saturday morning.
Look at this, coming cleaning up the street. Look at all these fucking white people. Reggae.
Hey, you got two brothers.
I don't see them with no fucking shovel and no broom in their fucking hand.
And doing good. They deserve to hear and listen to good music, good spiritual music that brings people together.
Okay. All right, you got some nappy hair in here, yeah. But these ain't the blacks that need to be cleaning. These ain't the niggas. You know what I'm saying? These is like the blacks that like to live around whites and shit.
Together in a collective way. Reggae music is the music of the people.
From now till the morning, vibes in our end. Me love to see the uptown and get the people blend. I say, hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, this
Come on, white folk. All right, on three, white folk. Clean up these niggas' mess. 1, 2, 3. Clean up these niggas' mess.
one again. Well, this a reggae music where the people them depend on. From now till the morning, vibes in our end. Nothing derogative or strictly message I send from your morning.
I feel like it made time go by so fast. It was just really good vibes. It was that reggae music, so I was very happy. Yeah, the music, I would say it definitely.
Yeah, these girls, these ain't Shaniquas. Press 1. These ain't Shaniquas. These is nice black girls, man. That live around white people, go to school with white people.
Well, yeah, they'll go to an HBCU and study some, you know, Afrikaan, whatever.
Shit, you never know. They might let them into Harvard.
Yeah, these people will show, but they will show up at a HBCU after living a white life and show up and be like, join a black fraternity and be like the wokest thing on campus. Yeah.
Yep. And then these are your future like city council members and judges right here.
Yeah, exactly. Show up on campus and be like try to reclaim their blackness for everything, especially when you live like around white people and you know listen to rock music and shit and listen to boy bands and went to raves and EDM and shit and dressed like this. And then, you decide you want to go to fucking Bethune-Cookman and shit or fucking FAMU. And then you show up there and shit. And, now you Sister Soldier. You know what I'm saying? People change. Listen, I've been many different people in my life, man. I'm sure we all have. We've all had different different paths that we've taken. But yeah, these motherfuckers
For sure.
Yeah.
Gay music, so I was very happy. Yeah, the music, I would say it definitely kind of invites like just a better community space. Everyone, I've seen people dancing, bringing in the energy, people just getting more comfortable, having fun. And so the music plays just such an important role in building that community space. Yeah. This morning coming in, I was a little tired, but it definitely woke me up. It was really beautiful.
My name is Nicole, and I'm the organizing director at Care for Community Action. This is
There you go.
Of course.
The Suns just came for the marijuana.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm the organizing director at Care for Community Action. This is a Good Neighbor cleanup. The Good Neighbor program was started by Community Ready Corps. They're a Black self-determination organization here in Oakland.
I've experienced homelessness in my life. I was formerly unhoused myself.
A Black self-determination organization.
She wears
with a
that
white woman?
so proudly.
Bro, it's like South Park can't write skits like this.
Neurodivergent, unhoused, queer person of color, Black and indigenous people of color.
I wonder how she experienced homelessness. I wonder where she looks fresh and clean and full and plump. She don't look like, you know what I'm saying? She don't look like, she don't have that look. She don't have that grizzled.
Yep. That grimy, yeah.
Yeah.
And so just seeing the harsh conditions that some of our unhoused community folks have to live in, it's cruel.
A lot of the homeless encampments where people are being forced to live outside because there's no affordable housing also gets targeted.
They want to be outside, and if you give them affordable housing, how the fuck they gonna pay for it? If some people are fucking bums, man. Listen,
exactly.
I realize that, man.
Seattle is full of them.
Some people are just fucking bums, and they would live on the street, and they may not like it, but they like the freedom. They like to not have to be attached to the world. Like even me as a YouTuber working from home, right? I had a cell phone. I got 2 cell phones, all this damn Wi-Fi to keep this shit going. You know how many apps I got to fucking watch Caitlin Clark games, because all those games on different fucking streaming services. All the apps I got to edit my videos and fucking everything with my videos. Fucking Be Funky, Canva, fucking goddamn vidIQ, fucking Opus Clips. I got a dozen apps to make my content, right? I got YouTube Premium so that y'all don't have to see commercials when I'm watching these videos with y'all. I got everything. I got like fucking 20 apps, 20 shits that I'm paying for and shit, right? And that's not including the Wi-Fi from Verizon and shit. These people living on the street and shit, they don't have to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have bills. They don't have the children don't live with them. They if they do, they probably been taken by the state. You wake up when you want. You do drugs when you want. You know what I'm saying? And all you got to do is live outside. There's a cost to pay. Every man has a cross to bear. That's their cross to bear. They got to fucking live outside.
They get paid.
Well said, Huck.
And people come around, like for instance, they come around and give them tests for STDs and give them free medicine. Like if one of them got something, they getting free shit. They come around and test them for different stuff, whatever the diseases are, regular diseases. And if they get, then they send them to a clinic and they get free medicine. If they got meals on wheels, so others may eat. All a bunch of groups come around, give them food at all points of the day. You know what I mean?
Christian groups give them all kinds of free clothes and
Oh,
whatever.
the city's pouring millions and millions of dollars into services and programs for these people.
Well,
Seattle,
fun
at least.
fact: the federal government spends hundreds of millions of dollars a year on buying STD drugs for people like this.
Yep.
And fags.
Yeah, and these people get that shit for free, and they get if they have metal, if they crazy, they get that stuff for free. They get a lot of stuff that you would not pay for free. And
I mean, look at these people right now. Like these people are a free service that's literally picking up their trash.
Yep, because
The homeless people just throwing shit on the ground.
Yeah, think about if it just built up. Think about like I used to have a hamster, right? I don't know if any of you guys have pets, but think about how like if you just never cleaned up after your pet, how the shit in the muck would just pile up in the cage or in the house or wherever the fuck they live at, or even a cat in the fucking kitty litter. Like if you never changed the kitty litter, that's what these homeless people would live like. They would never clean this shit up. And it would just be like Mogadishu. It would be like Mumbai or fucking Monrovia. But these people come around every once in a while and clean it up for them. And, and this
And
isn't
play
even
reggae music.
Yeah, but this isn't the government. These motherfuckers are just, I don't know if these are private. Maybe they do got a plan for the government. Probably do.
There's no affordable housing, also gets targeted by illegal dumpers. And it really exacerbates the tensions between housed and unhoused residents, right?
I wish that the city and that there could be just much better care for these people. And so wanting to be involved and just wanting to be able to provide a much cleaner space or just a better situation for these people is the reason why I wanted to be involved.
So the Good Neighbor program is a way to bring housed and unhoused residents together to keep the neighborhood as clean and orderly as possible while we work on getting actual affordable supportive housing that gets people off the street. That's going to take time.
With C4C, we really try to push that housing is a human right. Everyone deserves somewhere to live. Everyone deserves to live.
They have their own garbage truck, which is so cool. They bought their
they
own
don't
garbage
believe
truck
that.
to deal with all of the dumping
It's just
that
fundamentally
happens in
not
West
true.
Oakland, particularly in Black neighborhoods.
And the city government, this should be their job, cleaning up and taking care of the land and the residents. But unfortunately, we have to plug in the holes where they are. But luckily,
Whoever
we have
made
a
the
long-term
mess
tradition of
is
organizers
responsible for cleaning it up.
organizing practices that we can tap into to do that, like CRC.
So the music helps. We're here. Yes, we're cleaning up. We're dealing with something that's hard, that's painful for a lot of us. But we can have a great time at the same time. The music lifts your spirits. It's a beautiful day, and we want to make a culture in Oakland where this is how we respond to problems. We come together, we stay positive, and we do what we can to impact the conditions that are causing struggles for people.
Lord have mercy. No coming on the dance if your blood thirsty. Lord.
There was at one point when he first started where somebody was already playing music on their phone and he was still getting his music set up. And I was like, oh, let me play a song on someone's phone. And as I'm typing it in, he plays it. It was Bum Bum by Sister Nancy. And I was like, oh my God. So yeah.
She's nice. Nice little mulatto, man. Let's see.
All those answers were terrible.
Yeah.
Like foolish nonsense.
Just
You're not guaranteed anything.
20 years old. Them girls 20 years old. Them girls don't know shit from Shinola, man.
No, but the glider lady, she can kick rocks.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are. And
David DeHart says the shooter was said to be a possible NFL recruit. Nah, that dude, he was in high school in 2015. He would have they would have college. He would have went to a big college, and we would have known who he was. Salute to you though, David DeHart, man. I don't think that he was a NFL recruit. But yeah. Let's see, man. The Ozarks, man. The Oziki, listen to these white people, man.
what we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites only place.
White American culture.
Over the last year and a half, high up in the Ozark Hills in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, leveling the land, building houses. They call it intentional community based around shared ancestry, a long-winded way of saying something really quite simple.
I think we would generally be called far right, sure.
It's called Return to the Land, and they invited me in.
A lot of people are going to be, why are you making Nazi references? Right. Well, why wouldn't I?
A seemingly bucolic and sometimes surreal experience. But this is built on a radical modern premise, made possible because of a new political and technological moment. One with strong ties to the most active far-right groups in the US.
How are they comparing? How are they linking these people to this group when, that's irresponsible. That would be like if some black people somewhere was building some shit in the woods and he was like, "Oh yeah, they black Israelites." Like either they are, or they aren't.
They're doing it because the guy answered they would call us far right. So in their mind, that's an admission.
Right, but either they are, they are. This is a specific group. So just link them to that group is like either they are or they aren't.
Instead of taking to the streets, they are building their own for generations to come.
It's important for me to do this for my ancestors, my friends, my family, my children, my children's children.
But in this southern US state, people who have lived through segregation once fear.
I'm glad we learned about that these niggas didn't go through nothing during segregation, but getting hung for raping white women and raping kids and shit. I'm glad that we fucking learned that shit. These things,
yeah, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah.
It is returning.
When you hear things like that,
Press one.
It causes you to be fearful. And you don't know
why.
When you hear things like white people trying to get away
what?
It causes you.
When I hear about white people living in the hills thousands of miles away from me, I get scared.
And white people moving away from you and like banning you from coming there makes you scared. That's crazy.
It's so insane.
That is so crazy.
To be fearful. And you don't know who to trust.
No white people,
He
obviously.
is building a fortress for the white race.
It's a racial association. I kind of want to ask you, after seeing this, do you think what we're doing is immoral?
That white boy look inbred a little bit, so I ain't gonna lie.
Arkansas, in the southern United States.
I'm sure some of them are.
Welcome to Little Rock.
The southern United States, where most of the fucking black people in the country still live to today. He's saying the southern like it's something big about it being the South. Like the southern, like they always talk about the South as if like what? Okay, it's the South. What?
That the Confederates are still in charge.
Like what? Like the South? Yeah, the South. Okay, what? What about it?
States.
Welcome to Little Rock, where the local time is 4:27.
For the last few years, I've been exploring how an ethno-nationalist movement has been organizing online. A network that aims to define countries by ethnicity, but which links across borders. And this is the place that one group has chosen to put that into radical, real-world action.
You want a white nation? Build a white town. It can be done, and we're doing it.
It is an extreme view, but it draws on more familiar arguments.
Is it really?
That mass immigration is out of control, that Western societies are in danger of losing their fundamental character as a result.
So one of the arguments here is that this isn't about persecution of an ethnic identity, but protection of an ethnic identity, and that identity happens to be white. So we're going here now up into these pretty remote woods to really put that to the test.
We are driving deep into the Ozark Mountains. The group's leaders are not from Arkansas, and they've chosen these remote parts for a reason. All the locals I spoke to knew only a little about the group, if anything.
I don't necessarily agree with it, but that's not my choice.
Yeah, but do you think they should have the freedom to do it?
That's what they want to do. I think it's kind of a little fishy around here, but just be safe.
The leader of
Safety.
the group is Eric Orr, and he's invited me to spend a few days with them.
Hey, Eric.
He insists what he is doing here is entirely legal, and that's key. Because if it is, it could be a blueprint for many other communities to come.
Welcome to the Ozarks.
Thank you very much.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture. Yeah, not just white, but white American.
But what this sounds like is bringing back segregation. Is that a fair assessment?
Well, it's free association. So we're not trying to keep other people down. This is a small settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
But they are being kept captives.
They're just lined up waiting to come in.
160 acres taking shape, forest cleared, roads laid, cabins built. Around 40 people live here. Hundreds more from across the world have paid to be members. And I'm intrigued to find out what motivates people to give up their old lives for this.
We met here.
Oh, you met here? I guess he came here.
I met her on day 3.
Oh my God, what a story. It beats Tinder, doesn't it?
Yeah, right?
David and Caitlin not only met here, they got married last month. They wouldn't be here without social media.
Somebody had posted a video of Eric.
Yeah.
I saw videos of them actually building stuff on the land. I was like, oh man, I gotta come check this out.
I figure if there's nothing else like this in the country, it should at least exist.
Yeah.
Do people really think that we should never be able to choose our neighbors?
It wouldn't be controversial for any other racial group to do the same thing.
I think it'd be quite controversial.
Well, if you don't have rules
It's not.
against it, then anyone of any race can come and be your neighbor, and they're watching the news, which is telling you that white people are the cause of all your problems and all the ills of society, and suddenly your children are much less safe because there's a lot of violence, anti-white violence happening.
That's what they need to focus on.
Children, and so
specifically motivated by racism against white people. What sort of things the heavens are about to...
Yeah.
I'd like to continue talking, but the rain starts and it comes down hard. The residents shelter in their cabins and night falls. The next morning. This is how the average weekend works at Return to the Land, or RTTL, what they call a work party, made up of residents, but also new recruits who have come to check out the project. It is hot, hard work. To join RTTL, you have to sign up to the Private Members Association, or PMA. There are strict criteria for membership, as Scott Thomas, a board member and one of the founding fathers here, explains.
You have to be a PMA member to live here.
Yeah.
So you have to be someone of European heritage.
The group's logo, based on a Nordic rune, draws on that heritage. It is the PMA that the group believes makes this all legal. Once members have been vetted on ethnicity and other grounds, they can buy shares in the Limited Liability Company, or LLC. Those shares translate to acres of land that they can build on. Peter Seri is the brains behind the legal side of things.
Civil Rights Act is there for a reason, and this is a way around it.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll survive contact with the legal system, the courts, if it came to that?
Hopefully.
Do you think it's racist or not? Do you reject that term? Do you embrace it?
I don't know about that term. I mean, people use it in a lot of different ways. I'm sure there's a lot of people on the internet who would call me racist. I don't really know or care whether that term applies to me or not. Maybe.
Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, I almost don't know what racist means anymore. Like it's
A prejudice towards someone who's from a different ethnicity.
Well, actually, the modern definition of racism, according to critical race theory, all white people are racist automatically.
A lot of this is reaction to left-wing identity politics, critical race theory, and movements like Black Lives Matter. And fundamentally, this is identity politics, but white identity politics. And what they're building here is a safe space for people of European ancestry.
It's exclusionary, it's sort of an attempt at segregation.
Right.
Is that fair?
Probably.
While the men labour at the roadside, the women of Return to the Land are at work too, looking after the 6 children who live and are homeschooled here full time. And they're preparing food for the weekly community dinner. The theme tonight, colonial.
I don't know, dinner's really important. I like feeding people, so I didn't want to put this off any longer than I already had.
Back in the day, when we first got the land here, there were only about 5 guys. I was living 40 minutes from here, and Jennifer was the first family to be on the land full time. So we started community dinners back then. And it would be.
All right, let's see what's going on in Cincinnati, man. Salute to those people, man.
It's really a shame they couldn't get a better, like, it's Sky News, which is supposed to be conservative, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely it is. But white people in the stateside might not want to talk about it. Like, it's uncomfortable for the woke, like,
Yeah.
news.
The lawyer guy, I was disappointed at how just defeated he sounded.
Yeah, man.
Like, it's just a matter of time before this place gets taken down.
Yeah. Yep.
Meanwhile, the sons who do it, there's nothing to take down.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Damn. That's cold. That's cold.
Hi, Haley B.
That's cold. Let's see, police. Is this okay? Here we go.
Is that good line of sight? Or do I need to come down? So
yeah, it's better right there. But I can't.
Because the
Of course, Cincinnati has a chip police chief, some white chip.
Probably Les.
All right. So thanks for coming out, folks. I want to take a minute to give you guys an overview of the incident from the weekend. First of all, I think it's very important that everybody understands we had well over 150,000 people in the downtown area this weekend. We had a major
Who cares?
Big 3 basketball tournament at the arena. We had a Reds game with large crowds, and we had the Cincinnati Music Festival. Wonderful, wonderful events for this city and all the people who attended it. Unfortunately, we had one incident late Friday night into Saturday morning that is getting all the attention and undoing the good stuff that happened this weekend.
This weird
That's the
emotional
incident that you're well
response.
aware of that occurred at 4th and Elm. I, like many, woke up Saturday morning to the video. The incident occurred. We got our first call at 3:06 a.m. First officers were on the scene at 3:12 a.m. Based on the body cam footage that I've watched, that response time is completely acceptable because the downtown area still had traffic congestion from all of the events. Upon arrival, the fight was over with. The fight was over with when the officers arrived. And the majority of the participants were gone. The officers did exactly what they are trained to do. They gathered information from the victims that were still at the scene to complete an offense report. I will tell you, at this time, we have victims and suspects identified, and we have charged 5 people in this offense. I'm not going to release that information to you. I will say, if individuals were down there and participated in this event, it would be in their best interest to come turn themselves in at one of our police districts. We have 5 we have charged and anticipate more. Let me be clear. Anyone who put their hands on another individual during this incident in an attempt to cause harm will face consequences. I don't care which side of the incident or the fight they were on. If they place their hands on somebody in an attempt to cause harm, that is unacceptable. This is still an open investigation, and
This is
all
one dumb
potential
bitch.
charges are being investigated for everyone involved. All investigative tools and techniques are on the table, including, were some of these individuals overserved at some local establishments? It is clear to us that alcohol played a part, a significant part in this incident. I want to thank every citizen who has come forward and provided us with information. Some of those tips have led to the charges being signed. However, for us to have 100 or so people down there involved in and or watching this event, recording with their cell phones, and for us to get only one phone call of this incident is unacceptable.
Are you listening? Are you listening really hard?
Person
I'm listening.
did the right thing and called 911.
How can you listen to this woman?
Another point I want to make about this, you have heard me for over a year now talk about holding our juveniles in this city accountable for their behavior and trying to hold their parents accountable for knowing how their kids are behaving. What should we expect from our youth if this is the kind of adult behavior that is setting an example for them? That is unacceptable by the adults in our community. Unacceptable.
So the suspects are adults. Release the information.
Another topic I want to cover real quick. Social media and journalism. and the role
Oh,
it
'cause
plays in this
toast.
incident. And yes, guys, that's you.
I'm sitting here
That
listening.
is you.
I'm trying to figure out what she's going to say.
Social media,
What she's going to
the
call out.
posts that we've seen.
When she's going to call out, it was like all black suspects against all white victims. I was waiting for her to see if she was going to say anything remotely about race and to play the part in this.
I got you.
Nothing's coming.
No, she's terrified of doing that.
Yeah.
Welcome back in here to Live and Now from Fox. I'm Andy Mack. Let's take you right now out to Cincinnati. And many of you might have seen some videos circulating on social media about a major brawl over the weekend there. There's a post from the New York Post saying a disturbing video showing a woman knocked out cold by a jeering crowd in the wild Cincinnati street brawl. We're hearing from officials now on the ground in Ohio. Let's listen into this.
6 a.m. First officers were on the scene at 3:12 a.m. Based on the body cam footage that I've watched, that.
Okay, so she's. I mean, what can she do? I mean, what can she do? Her hands are tied. What can she do? What can she do, man? Let's be honest, man. What can she do?
Get these animals off the streets.
Yeah. That'd be. Yeah.
And I'm always reminded of that one video where the Sudman was in the car talking about how he wanted all his ops to just go to a city, an empty place, and they could just fight it out. So
yeah,
we can't send them back to Africa. We should just send them to an abandoned town where they can all just fight each other.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Wow.
From the visitor center, 2 children are there. They advised that their parents were assaulted. The parents are missing.
A couple killed while hiking with their young daughters.
We found the victims down here.
Tonight, 5 News has team coverage as we learn more about the lives lost and track the urgent search for a suspect.
Well, thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Spencer.
And I'm Morgan Wrigley. We have new information from state police tonight about that deadly attack at Devil's Den State Park.
5 News reporter Bo Russell has been at Devil's Den all weekend following the investigation. He joins us live to break down what state police are saying as they continue to work to track down a suspect.
Hey, Lauren. Hey, Morgan. Yeah, well, we're learning today that 2 victims have been identified as Clinton and Kristen Brink. We now know from law enforcement that they were on a hike with their 2 daughters, age 7 and 9, at the time of the attack. Law enforcement is letting us know that those 2 children are safe and with family. Now, again, yesterday, Arkansas State Police received a call around 2:30 in the afternoon, and that's really all we knew at that time. I made it over here on the ground around 4:30 and saw that there was a large law enforcement present. They weren't really giving much information yesterday. Still not a lot today, other than as I just said, we have identified those 2 victims. Law enforcement are still here canvassing the area. They're all around the trails, which are all closed off. So they're still doing a pretty thorough sweep of the area.
Oh, man. Those sound like on burritos, man. It sound like on burritos. I don't think sons go out there and cause no trouble. It's a little too far out for sons. I think that was on burritos.
New at 6 at Channel 2 Action News exclusive. We're using body camera video and evidence photos to piece together how prosecutors got a life sentence for a man they say waged a 12-day reign of terror in a Southeast Atlanta neighborhood. And Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live in the newsroom. Mark, you learned he had 6 other convictions.
That's right. The lead prosecutor on the case from the Fulton County DA's office says Drayshawn Mitchell was an admitted gang member, though he says he's not in the gang, and the jury deadlocked on gang charges. She calls it 12 days of terror in Thomasville.
Hey, get on the ground. Someone get a car. Get on the ground. Get a car.
Mr. Mitchell is just really a menace to society.
On your face. Hey, we need someone back up there. Back up there. Someone back up. All right, somebody move in.
3 shootings in less than 2 weeks
Somebody.
in the same Southeast Atlanta neighborhood.
12 days of terror in Thomasville.
Says Fulton County Senior Assistant District Attorney Amanda Green, culminated with a homicide. The victim, Willie Henderson III. And she says Drayshawn Mitchell, a Rolling 60s Crips gang member at the time, the gun-wielding author of the 12 Days of Terror in Thomasville, has a troubled history. 6 prior felony convictions. And because 4 of them came before the spring 2022 shooting spree, the court case that came from it culminated with a sentence that could bring him thousands of days in prison.
Judge Emerson sentenced him to life without the possibility of parole, plus 91 years, which is the maximum that he could have received for the charges he was found guilty on.
She says Mitchell was convicted of felony murder. Additional charges stemming from shooting another man 4 times in the April 5th, 2022 incident in which Henderson died, for shooting a gun to frighten a teenage girlfriend who was not struck on March 25th, 2022, and for a similar incident with another girlfriend April 1st, 2022, and more. Defense attorney Tim Cook.
He believes he was wrongfully convicted, and so we will be filing a motion for new trial with it.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Glad the criminal justice system is just fucking a mess.
In the statutory time period of 30 days, and so that should be filed shortly.
Ms. Green says the jury deadlocked on a straight-up murder charge involving Henderson and on numerous gang counts, though Mitchell admitted on the stand he was a gang member at the time.
He told the jury that in the neighborhood that he grew up, there was peer pressure from a very early age to align.
He blames peer pressure.
People who would protect you.
Peer pressure. Wow.
He was the one peer pressuring.
Wow.
From others. This was a dog-eat-dog world. It was unfortunate.
This was a ballistics case. Ballistics is what solved this homicide. The March 25th incident, the casings that were collecting at that incident matched the casings that were collected at the homicide scene.
Cook says Mitchell maintains Henderson had shot at him earlier, and Mitchell was afraid he and the man with him were about to again.
It was a self-defense case.
The fact that your client was steeped in the gang culture, do you think that made him more likely to turn to guns to use during a dispute?
Unfortunately, yes.
D.A. Fonnie Willis.
Gang members are much more likely to, one, do crime at all, and certainly to do more violent crime.
So Prosecutor Green says Mitchell testified someone told him Henderson had fired at him earlier, and he went to investigate, and that another person with him also fired when they confronted Henderson. She says both Henderson and the other man who was shot but survived had guns. She says Mitchell testified that he recently quit the gang. Live in the newsroom, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
Wow.
I don't think you're allowed to
welcome
quit the
back
gang.
to the Brett.
Yeah. Blood in, blood out.
Isn't that against the rules?
I mean, yeah, I thought, but it's a lot of so many of these black gangsters get killed, man. It's like, yeah.
I think they call them dropouts, but I don't know.
Let's see what else is going on, man.
Hey, Ock, did Jason Whitlock mention you on his show or something? I saw the video, but I didn't watch it.
I responded to him on the other channel. Yeah, he
That's pretty cool.
Responded to his point. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to Fearless, man. Jason Whitlock, Steve Kim, the whole crew over there, man. Shout out to them, man. I responded to him, man. I responded to everything he said. A lot of the things he said on that video he made. So he said he'd like us to come on the show and whatnot. So I talked to Steve. Tell Steve, I'm cool with it. I'm definitely cool going on the show. Definitely cool. Definitely.
That sounds great.
Yeah, definitely. I got a haircut. I might get a haircut tomorrow.
And the manhunt continues tonight in the Bronx after 2 young men were shot and killed in a parking lot in Throgs Neck. According to police, the victims were gunned down this morning by 2 masked suspects who rode up and then rode off on scooters. This violence coming on the heels of a violent weekend in the borough where 3 people were shot and another stabbed. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles has the latest on the parking lot attack and the search for the suspects tonight from Throgs Neck. Darla?
Sade, it appears as if these 2 victims, ages 21 and 22, didn't even know each other. They were in this parking lot overnight, hanging out with a group of people when shots rang out. At this point, the motive is unclear, but both men were shot twice and later died at Jacoby Hospital.
Wow.
A mother and a big sister at a loss and looking for answers behind a Throgs Neck
Wow.
warehouse Monday morning, where 22-year-old Gabriel Alvarez was shot
Shit.
and later.
I thought he was white because the woman was white, but it ended up being biracial. I was like, oh shit, a white kid got shot in the Bronx. Okay. Then it come out to be a fucking son, man. Sons it's always fucking sons. Always.
Gun memorial.
Jesus Christ. Sons always getting fucking shot or shooting somebody.
Warehouse Monday morning, where 22-year-old Gabriel Alvarez was shot and later died. That mother doubling over and crying into the arms of a female NYPD officer. The black GTI belonging to Alvarez abandoned on Shiley Avenue, where there seems to be just as many evidence markers littering the parking lot as there is trash, following a 5:30 a.m. shooting that also killed 21-year-old Adam Waldrop.
It's definitely, scaring for us to, see this, because we usually comes here over the weekend and weekdays as well. But seeing this, we'd have a second time coming in here.
This exclusive surveillance video obtained by Eyewitness News shows the mayhem in the secluded corner next to Ferry Point Park and Brush Avenue in the hour leading up to the shooting at 5:30 a.m. Dozens of people and dozens of cars are seen filling the street. You can see a slingshot, motorbikes popping wheelies, even a gray sedan that crashed into a tree. People can also be seen running around the corner from the parking lot, presumably as gunfire broke out.
It makes me nervous when I see somebody got shot.
Detectives in bulletproof vests seen canvassing the area Monday that neighbors say is a haven for street racing and other illicit activity. The crime scene expanding over into the park, where forensic crews will likely sift through droves of discarded alcohol bottles and cans for evidence.
We're at the lowest number of shooting incidents and the lowest number of shooting victims ever recorded in New York City.
The double fatal shooting, not even 24 hours after a show and tell at the 42nd precinct, where the mayor, NYPD, and Bronx DA touted the seizure of more than 3,000 illegal guns and an all-time low of shootings in the city. Now, the family of Gabriel Alvarez says he grew up in the Bronx, worked in the Bronx, but lived in Connecticut with his family. They say he was a good kid, he was a college student, and his current job here in the Bronx was working at a local health clinic, making sure seniors made it to their health appointments.
Wow.
Reporting live in the Throgs Neck section of the Bronx, Darla Miles, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Damn. Jeez. Jeez.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, man, fucked up, man. Man. Young guy went to a little, what do they call it, sideshow or something. Got fucking killed, man.
We begin with breaking news in North Philadelphia. 4 people, including 2 kids, shot after someone opened fire at a graduation party. This is the 11 o'clock.
Someone opened fire at a graduation party.
Typical.
North Philly.
Animals.
Hey, I tell you what gunshots needed to be fired during that Ohio situation.
Yeah.
At least in the air. I mean, what's wrong with shooting in the air?
Fucking animals, man. These sons are animals, man.
Fox News, I'm Sheba Russell. 3 of the victims are believed to be related, a mom and her daughter and son. Police say all 4 victims are in critical condition tonight. Let's get straight out to Shawnette Wilson, live near the scene on the 2300 block of North Lambert Street. Shawnette, what have you learned here?
Well, a terrible scene here tonight, Sheba, in this neighborhood. As you mentioned, we know an 11-year-old boy and a 13-year-old girl have been shot. We do know from police that they are siblings. Their mother, 36 years old, also shot, and a 45-year-old man who police aren't sure yet if he is related. All tonight at the hospital in critical condition. Take a look behind me. The crime scene unit just arrived here on scene to process. You can see shell casings and other evidence here on the ground. From the eye right now, they have put down so far maybe 9, just the 10th marker just went down here. Here's what we can tell you police say happened tonight. They believe that a graduation party was happening at this home on the 2300 block of Lambert Street, some sort of graduation party outside. They say there were balloons outside, a banner as well, and people gathered around. That's when they believe someone came up to the intersection here at Dolphin and Lambert and fired shots into the crowd outside that home where the graduation party was happening. So again, these victims shot outside the home. Police say there is also a scene inside because some of those victims, as you can imagine, tried to seek cover and ran inside the home. We talked to Chief Inspector Scott Small just moments ago. Here's what he tells us.
The entire incident was captured on a business surveillance camera.
Jeez. Fucking sons of fucking animals, man. Fucking animals, man.
So much. Now at 5, a man is accused of shooting 2 brothers on the Near East Side of Indianapolis.
As CBS 4's Jesse Wells explains, Metro Police believe the shooting stems from a conflict over a mailbox.
According to court records, the suspect was standing on this side of a small wire fence with the 2 victims standing on the other side when the shooting took place. After police arrived, the suspect allegedly admitted he pulled the trigger.
Outside a home here on Randolph Street last week, a simple argument escalated to gunfire, leaving 2 men wounded. 49-year-old Paul Turner is now charged with battery and aggravated battery for that shooting.
This is all in like a couple seconds. It was pow, pow, pow.
James Holder recalls the violence began when the suspect walked up to this mailbox, which belongs to Turner, but is on the side of James's home. That led to words being exchanged between James's brother and his neighbor.
That's crazy. That is too much of a, like, sons can't handle shit like that. That's like, yeah, you put sons in a precarious situation. Normal people could probably handle that, and that would even be hard for normal people. But with sons, you get like fucking somebody got to die over that shit. That is a weird situation, though.
James Holder recalls the violence began when the suspect walked up to this mailbox, which belongs to Turner, but is on the side of James's home. That led to words being exchanged between James's brother and his neighbor. James insists he tried to break up that argument when the suspect opened fire.
When he started shooting, I was like, what are you doing? Like, that was my reaction to try to get him to stop. I was like, what are you doing? When I said, what are you doing? He started shooting me.
James heard one bullet fly past his head, damaging the side of his house. A second bullet hit him in the back and wedged against his spine. James's brother remains hospitalized after being shot in the neck, arm, and leg. James still can't believe such a trivial dispute led to so many injuries.
It's kind of traumatizing because it makes you feel like a disagreement as petty as that could lead to somebody shooting you.
James and his brother are 2 of the 269 people wounded by gunfire in Indianapolis so far this year. That continues a 5-year decrease in non-fatal shootings.
We always talk about the murders, right? But let's talk about the woundings. Man, there must be just thousands and thousands of woundings.
I'm telling you, man. Look at all these shit. Look at all these shootings. 2021 was fucking a motherfucker, huh? Jeez.
Shootings. Still, James feels too many people settle conflicts with guns because they don't fear the legal system will hold them accountable.
I guess people don't think they're going to get no time for it because obviously he didn't think he was going to get no time. And then I heard him say, like, now I'm going to call the police and tell them I shot you. He literally said that.
According to this affidavit, Turner was recorded on his phone confessing to the shooting while claiming he acted in self-defense. Once in custody, the suspect requested an attorney and refused to answer any questions.
Finally, Turner remains behind bars at the Marion County Jail. He's due in court for an initial hearing on Tuesday. Jesse Wells, CBS 4 News.
The Westfield City Council.
Fort Worth.
Jeez. Jeez.
Man, I can't imagine, you just going about your day and some guy that you think you know ends up shooting you, firing shots at you, and you get hit in the back. Come on.
And your brother.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's terrible. That's a terrible world.
Jacksonville police are sounding the alarm for parents. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Heather Crawford. So take a look at this video that we want to show you right now. This is from the South Bank last night. This is near a Friendship Fountain. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office broke up a group they say was about 600 to 700 teenagers. Some of them, police say, were fighting, doing drugs, and spraying pepper spray at each other. Our Zach Wilcox joins us tonight from Museum Circle, that's near Mosh. And Zach, that area was filled with all kinds of flashing lights last night.
Yeah, Heather, we got a call into the newsroom just before midnight from a pizza place manager who mentioned his drivers weren't able to make their deliveries because of all the road closures here on the South Bank. So we came out here, and by the time we came out, this part of Museum Circle was completely shut down. Parts of River Place were also shut down, and now we know what all that was about because we know that there was some sort of takeover happening by the Friendship Fountain here on the South Bank, and JSO decided to close off a bunch of different areas to try and keep that group from recongregating as they were trying to break it up and get parents to come and pick these kids up. Because as you mentioned, there were 600 to 700 teenagers out here fighting, pepper spraying each other. We know that one was arrested for having a gun in their backpack. And we talked to a realtor who said he was down here.
Maybe it was he misspoke, but understand the gravity of that statement. There's 600 teens fighting. Like, maybe he doesn't really mean all of them were fighting, but I mean, at least half of them probably were.
How many arrests? None, probably.
Got a lot of the video that we're showing you just about his perspective and seeing all this while he was driving.
These kids at the takeover, they're people too. Like, obviously, they have parents. They have people who worry about them. And
they're not animals?
You fucking woke fucker, you.
You know, when some of these parents find out what their kids were doing, they're going to not be so happy. It looked bad. It was scary. I mean, I was pretty freaked out. I didn't want to hit anyone, so I was
sure about that?
Slow. And JSO mentioned that they actually reached out to the parents and the organizers of the takeover, trying to warn them that they would be doing this if the takeover got out of hand. And now they're working with city officials to try and figure out a way of cutting back on these things and how they're going to police them and spreading some awareness for parents. On the South Bank, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.
Zach,
the body of a Milwaukee teen.
Wow. Let's see. Wow. Triple shooting. Where is this? Teen dead after triple shooting in Long Island and Custer. Shit. God damn, teens being killed everywhere, man. Fuck.
Thanks for joining us here at noon on News 8. I'm Brennan Summers, getting right to that breaking headline in the new body cam footage just sent out today showing RPD officers chasing down and eventually shooting a murder suspect. One of the officers was nearly killed when this happened 1 month ago today. Isabel Garcia is here live in studio with that video. Isabel.
Yes, Brennan, this incident happened on June 22nd. Police say they saw 35-year-old Edison Estromero Cohen, suspected of murder, riding his bike along North Clinton Avenue. Now, the footage released this morning is from two of the officers' body-worn cameras with audio, as well as a blue light camera without sound. Now, in the first video from police officer 1, who was riding passenger in an RPD patrol car, it shows the two officers inside tracking Estromero Cohen, yelling for him to stop. One officer can also be heard yelling Estromero Cohen was reaching for his waistband before gunshots could be heard. Now, we're going to show you this footage. We do want to warn viewers it may be disturbing to some.
And I was driving southbound, passed me street on the bike, got a backpack on, ball cap, male Hispanic with a goatee. We're gonna step out with him coming up on the force here in a moment. He's gonna freak. Just pull in front of him, block him, so we can't. I can't run the guy over. Okay. You better stop. He's going northbound. Get on the ground. Going up. Get on the ground.
And officers eventually handcuffed Estramera Cohen before working to provide medical attention, and he can be seen with at least one gunshot wound. Now, after the shooting, Estramera Cohen was taken to the hospital for treatment. An officer was also treated for an injury. Now, Estramera Cohen was accused of shooting and killing 30-year-old David Vasquez. That same morning, he allegedly shot Vasquez multiple times in the backyard of a vacant home on Oscar Street, which investigators said was being used to sell drugs. Now, during a news conference last month following the shootout, RPD Police Chief David Smith expressed frustration over Estramera Cohen being out on the streets, noting he was convicted last summer of 2 felony drug charges and never showed up for sentencing. He was
He shot a 13-year-old.
Is that what they said? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, if he shot like just some random drug dealer, I could see how they'd let him out. But like, he shot a kid. Come on.
That kid could have been a drug dealer. But anyway, let's see.
Thanks for joining us here this Monday at noon. I'm Brennan Summers. Right to those breaking updates. A worker at Wegmans accused of shooting and killing a fellow employee at the warehouse in Gates is now in custody. He was captured more than 700 miles from here. Isabel Garcia is live in Gates at the police department.
Press 1 if you heard about a shooting at Wegmans, at the Wegmans warehouse.
Isabel, you heard from the chief as well as the mother of this victim.
Yes, Brennan. Gates Police Chief Robert Long describes the scene that happened Saturday afternoon. It was about 4:15 as chaotic, noting there's no necessarily light shifts on the weekends or a separate weekend crew. It's always a full-on massive operation at the Wegmans Distribution Center. Also adding there were several witnesses to this shooting. And early on in the investigation, it was determined that the suspect did, in fact, flee the state. Now, today we learned the victim who was killed is 25-year-old Jameer Ridley Smith of Rochester.
Always the blacks. Always the blacks. Always the blacks.
Wegmans officials
Sometimes it's burritos.
Sometimes on burritos.
Center for the past 4 years, something he took pride in also, according to his mother, who you'll hear from in just a few moments. Now, when police got to the scene, they immediately confirmed the shooting happened inside the warehouse. I'm told in what's being described as the cooler unit area where the victim was most likely stacking pallets, actively working when the shooting happened. Now, officers assisted the Wegmans asset protection team in life-saving efforts at the scene, but unfortunately, the victim had succumbed to his injuries. Now, the facility was also secured with no threats to staff, vendors, nor the community at large. Police also found multiple 9mm handgun casings at the warehouse. Now, they say the suspect, 32-year-old Kaishan Green from Gates, a Wegmans worker, was seen leaving the building right after the shooting. Investigators quickly joining forces with the U.S. Marshals, which led law enforcement to Knoxville, Tennessee, where he was apprehended last night. Now, the victim's mother, in the meantime, tells us she is simply heartbroken and still processing losing her son.
We still don't know what his final destination was. When he was taken into custody, he was in possession of a loaded 9mm handgun, which was recovered by the Marshal Service down there. And at the current moment, we are waiting extradition to bring him back up here to Gates for arraignment and to face the charges for the incident up here.
I just want my baby back. It's just so devastating. It's like, why did he do that? And I'm grateful to the Gates Police Department. I'm grateful to the chief and all the investigators. When they reached out to me and told me they came and met with me yesterday, and they told me that they caught him, and I'm so grateful that they caught him. So now hopefully I can get some answers as to why.
Not a chance.
And Jamal, you just heard from there, the victim's mother also describes her son as an aspiring rapper who had big dreams and always wanted to take care of her later.
Aspiring rapper.
That sucks.
Give me a break.
What can you do? I mean, if it ain't that, it's gonna be your favorite YouTube. So.
Go play basketball, please.
Almost a year ago, the community was shaken by a brutal murder of a family in their Irondequoit home. This morning, Luis Francisco Soriano's arraignment was held at the Monroe County Courthouse, the Hall of Justice, in connection to that case. News 8's Kendra Simpson was there. She joins us now live with the very latest. Kendra.
Yes, Adam. Like you said, I am here in front of the Monroe County Courthouse where today the arraignment of Luis Francisco Soriano was held. A plea of not guilty was entered for Soriano in connection to the murder of a family of 4, including 2 young children. Now, in August last year, police responded to reports of multiple fires inside a home on Knapp Avenue and Irondequoit. Police then discovered the bodies of Frame Ubaldo, his girlfriend Marangely Moreno Santiago, and their 2 children. Court documents show a package including cocaine and a GPS tracking device was sent to the home where the family was tortured.
Oh, wow. So they were taking packages and they probably didn't, they tried to keep it or something, or say they didn't have it. Oh, man.
And the Sunman came after him?
Killed their ass. Yeah, Sunman is a drug name. Sunman kill your ass over there. Kill you, yeah. Definitely.
Tortured and then killed just weeks prior. The victim's family chose not to speak in front of cameras, but they did attend today's arraignment to see Soriano face to face. The family wore memorial shirts with the victims' faces and names printed on it. Today, a protective order was put in place for the witnesses by the prosecution. This means that while typically names and contact information of witnesses would be handed over for the investigation, the order instead withholds that information. We did get a chance to speak with the attorneys on both sides of the case. Here's what they had to say.
Unfortunately, we had a very brief window of time for us to speak with him. At this point, he obviously maintains his innocence, and we're going to just move forward with the case.
Now, the court proceedings will continue on August 12th, and attorneys believe the trial will begin in February. At the Monroe County Courthouse, Kendra Simpson, News 8.
A trial date has been set.
These savages, man. Killed the whole family. Tortured them and killed them. Jesus Christ. Jeez.
So we begin tonight in Atlanta, where a beloved youth football coach was shot and killed earlier today in a townhome off Schuyler Way. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Russ Spencer.
I'm Courtney Bryant. Police say they got the call around 2:30 this afternoon. Family has identified the victim as 33-year-old Aaron Hines. Fox Eyes' Eric Mock spoke to those who knew him well and joins us live from Washington Park, where he coached his team. Eric?
That's right, Courtney. Russ, you know, Washington Park is where he coached that 10 and 11-year-old team, the Georgia Rattlers. Everyone spoke so highly of him out here. In fact, there's a lot of people, teammate families, friends, family who are out here right now, you know, honoring him, reminiscing about him. And what's really tragic here is that the team was actually just starting practice here this evening when they got the horrible news. Lolita Perry says her son and his teammates were just ready to start football practice at Washington Park Thursday evening when she saw the terrible news about their coach in the team's Facebook group.
So finally, I reached out to one of the coaches, and when I found out that it's true, I'm devastated. Devastated. That's it.
Atlanta police say they responded to these townhomes on Schuyler Way at around 2:30 p.m. Thursday to find a 33-year-old man dead with a gunshot wound. They say it happened inside one of the homes. The family at the scene identified the victim as Aaron Hines.
There's a lot of heartbroken people here. He was a great man.
His cousin, who didn't want to be identified, told us Hines was a pillar in the West Atlanta community, a mentor and caretaker to many children there.
I loved him very deeply. He was a father figure to many young men in this city,
including Perry's son and all the other boys on the Rattlers team. Not only did Hines, or Coach Ball as they called him, lead this team to several championships, Perry says he was invested in these boys' lives.
he had a big impact in this community and with these children and with their families, not only with the kids, but with family. He was the coach that you called if your child was acting up in school. He was the coach that you called if your son wasn't listening to you.
Perry says there will be a huge hole left in the West Atlanta community from the loss of this beloved coach. His cousin says they can't understand why someone would want to take Coach Ball away from them.
We don't know what to think. What can we think? This is a major loss. What can I say? What can I say other than what can I say?
Yeah, it's just so hard for this family to understand why this happened. And right now, Atlanta police officers don't have too many answers. They did say they have some persons of interest they're looking at, but no real suspects to speak of yet. And we're continuing to follow this developing story and bring you those updates as soon as we have them. For now, reporting live in Atlanta, Eric Mock, Fox 5 News.
Jesus Christ, coaches getting killed.
I think that's a pattern just within tonight's show is the victims have been upstanding people. And if they're not upstanding people, they're just an innocent child.
Yeah. It's real dark, real black pillish.
And when you combine it with the fact that some people will like ostracize and make fun of you if you try to act proper, it's like, okay, well, they'll make fun of you or they'll just hit you with a stray bullet.
It almost seems like sons are a bioweapon. Or maybe what the media has done, they've really turned on some switch that
they're a weapon.
It's almost like a flame. Yeah, but it's like a flame that can't be contained. I don't know. Maybe it can swiftly, but it seems like it's just the fire is just growing by the minute, by the day.
Well, this is all new for you tonight. We're learning what led to a fatal shooting at the Village Flea Market in Northwest Miami-Dade. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office says an alleged affair led a man to shoot and kill his wife's lover. According to the man charged with the murder, the romantic relationship had been going on for 6 years. CBS News Miami's Nakaya Carrero is in West Miami-Dade with how this man carried out the crime.
According to Detective, 69-year-old Omar Aguila was told his wife's lover was in the parking lot of the Village Flea Market. That's when he got on a mobility scooter, went outside to the parking lot where the victim was in a car, went up to the car and shot him multiple times. According to Miami-Dade Sheriff deputies, back on July 12th, Aguila was inside the Village Flea Market with his son and wife. His son spotted the victim in the parking lot and told him. According to his arrest form, he got on a mobility scooter, drove up to the victim's car, got off the scooter, and walked up to the car. That's when deputies say Aguila argued with the victim for no more than 5 seconds, fired multiple shots at the victim, killing him. The affair that caused the disagreement started back in 2019, according to deputies. He claims he shot the victim in self-defense.
According to the police report, Mr. Aguila told the police that the alleged victim was reaching down. He thought he was going to be shot.
There's no evidence here to corroborate what the defendant is alleging to happen. In fact, evidence to the contrary indicates that a search did not reveal a firearm.
Through the investigation, detectives discovered the victim was not there to see the woman. He was in fact there to deliver food to a friend who works inside the Village Flea Market. Now, Aguila is being held here at TGK on a second-degree murder charge with no bond. In West Miami-Dade, Nakaya Carrero, CBS News, Miami.
Yo.
Law enforcement search for inmate 30-year-old Khalil Bryan.
Yeah, we special. We are special, man.
Has anyone ever accused you or come up on this panel and said you're cherry picking? You're actually planning to pick all these stories that are just about Sun people.
A long time ago, but not recently. No, not recently, man. Not recently.
Hit the link.
And when I say recently, I mean not like the last 4 years or so.
Oh wow.
After a while, man accused of shooting at a car full of kids.
Yeah, he
Oh, great.
Look at this shit. Everywhere you turn. I mean, like, look at this. I mean, every fucking where. Rochester, fucking the Bronx, fucking Atlanta, fucking Milwaukee, now Detroit, now fucking.
For a Memphis man accused of shooting at a car full of kids.
Yeah, he will have to pay up big. That is because to get out of jail, we heard the complaints about bonds being too low for repeat offenders. But today, that idea was turned on its head. WREG's April Thompson has more on the millions facing one defendant.
$2 million bond, what 24-year-old Shakir Moss is facing if he wants out of the Shelby County Jail. That bond in connection with an incident at his home on Ball Road back in April. Police reports say Moss was involved in a domestic dispute where guns were fired at a vehicle that had kids inside. Moss allegedly telling one of the victims, "I got a couple of bodies under my name. I will kill you." We went to Moss's home and spoke to a man who identified himself as Moss's uncle. Did you know he was arrested?
Yes, I did. I was supposed to turn himself in. I heard some type of charge.
When Moss was first arrested Sunday, his bond was listed at just $15,000. But Moss has prior run-ins with police. We found other cases of domestic violence, drugs, and theft. His $15,000 bond had social media in an uproar, people commenting he shouldn't have a bond at all, and the laws are not strict enough. That's why criminals are doing what they're doing. By late morning, Moss's bond had been increased to $2 million. WREG asked the district attorney's office about the increase. They said it's being reviewed, but it appears that the bond amount was increased by the judge or judicial commissioner based on the defendant's criminal history. As of now, Shakir Moss remains in jail on 4 counts of attempted first-degree murder. Reporting for your news leader in Memphis, April Thompson, WREG News Channel 3.
I can tell you Moss will be back in court tomorrow morning.
Why wouldn't he want to do it again?
Well, for more than 1 million people in Tennessee, it was a real lifeline when COVID shut the state down back in 2020. So we're talking about unemployment benefits, and that $875 a week check really kept food on some people's tables.
But as WSMV4 investigator Stacey Cameron tells us, more than
Wow. Yeah, Cook County in the building. Go ahead, man. The floor is yours. I'll be right back.
Salute.
What's good, y'all?
You made it home safely today?
Yeah, man, I was off today. I'm just chilling. I was listening.
Nice.
You asked that shit about somebody coming up here and like saying you cherry picking.
Yeah.
Bro, before like 2020, that shit used to happen like every fucking day. Like soon as he used to go live, people used to do that shit every fucking time.
I believe Ak has just a presence about him that repels these annoying sons. Because we don't get them that often. I love it when we do, though. That shit makes my night.
Yeah. It's
Like-
like Aqua let him talk, but then when he realizes that there's rules that they gotta follow, it's like they can't handle it. You know, some people they just want to get the shit off and don't care about what anybody else gotta say.
What's the guy's name? He was on here like last week. He was going off. But he's cool for the most part. Lauron or something?
Yeah. The one that was like talking about the traffic stop.
Yeah, just being a son. Unapologetic.
Hey man.
Lord Mingo. Shout out to Lord Mingo.
Yeah, sometimes I think these sons are just unleashed to just go completely crazy. That way we can really usher in like a police state.
Yeah, if that's your goal, get that enacted, then sons are like a cheat code.
Well, yeah. But you know,
I think
Right.
I think he just had a different opinion, Flamingo. That's all.
No, he was talking a lot of shit.
Nah, I just think he was. I mean, clearly once when Cook County, explained it, then just he saw it to two different lenses. That's all.
You sticking up for your brother? I got you.
For me, no, he just sometimes you gotta see it in two different lenses.
Yeah. You're not looking at it from the Sun Man's mind, from the Sun Man's
I am.
And I don't want to.
I know, no, I know you, I know you are, but KB's not. You know,
Yeah,
it's easy for us to
because
do it.
I got to deal with. I used to deal with some 17 years in high school, so I know. And then I
Right.
finally left that school. Now I'm in Brito school, totally different. Shit,
Would you
no fight, nothing.
would you
I
say
love it.
you're fully desensitized to the Sunman antics?
I've already. I mean, I've been around it. I've seen it. I mean, even sons used to terrorize me. Me being, a Haitian kid at the time, and they knew I was a little different. This is in first and second grade. Then I said, "Fuck this! I gotta keep up with the style." I told my mom, "Got buy me a pair of Nikes because this shit is not. Shit, this kid is terrorizing me." So I had
Yo,
to
as a
stick
Haitian,
up.
as a Haitian kid, what did they move y'all to?
Well, my mom was a little different. So my mom, me growing up in Jersey and Newark, we lived in the German side of Newark. This is when it was a whole German section. So my mom busted her ass, but that didn't mean nothing. So we always stayed in like nice areas. Cause my mom just,
Why y'all is it a lot of Haitians up there?
yeah, in Jersey, yeah, it's like a lot in Elizabeth, New Jersey, Newark,
Okay. Yeah, because I
Brooklyn,
know it's a lot of
Florida.
Haitians in Lehigh Acre, Florida, yeah.
Yeah, Florida. That's where they all migrate. Florida, Boston, all these places and
Yeah,
shit.
it's a lot in Boston too, yeah.
Yep. So so I know the brutalness. So, but my mom just wanted to be different. She just like, nah. Only thing my mom had one trait, and I remember you talked about it, Cook. It was hilarious. She was a big time hoarder, and she just couldn't help it because it's in her
That's
DNA.
rough.
Yeah,
She
nah, the
always
Haitians
she
in like
always wanted.
Florida,
Yeah,
they
she always
huge
wanted.
hoarders, dog.
Yeah, and that's why I laughed when you said that one time in the show because my mom will hoarder and try to send it back to Haiti. It's in her DNA, man. And I was like, Mom,
Yeah,
cut that shit down.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. My mom's the same way. I mean, but my people.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
Nigerian,
Nigerian,
Nigerian
yeah, yeah,
Italian.
you sister.
Yeah,
It,
so
it's all the same type of DNA, y'all. It really is.
it is. Yeah,
This shit is
it's
crazy as hell, but like those motherfucking
There's
non-FBAs, they all kind of like the same. And the FBAs
no.
still got a little bit in them, but like we try to deny it and shit, so it's cool.
Mm,
I would equate it to like a red wine, different tastes of red wine. There's subtle differences.
yeah, I could agree.
Who's the red wine? Clearly the FBA, right? I would think.
No,
Sunmen.
the red wine. Yeah, that's the red wine's the Sun Man.
Oh, okay.
FBAs are probably the Merlot or some shit, fancy one.
Well, they certainly think they are.
Agree. We think we are for sure.
When did FBA really become an idea? Because I had never heard of that until maybe
It
just
was
this
Tariq
year.
Nasheed.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it was
Tariq
Tariq.
Nasheed.
It
Yeah,
probably.
he was pushing that shit real hard, like Tariq Nasheed, that non-FBA and FBAs and shit. And
Yeah,
it's catchy and shit, so you know what I'm saying, kind of stuck.
I mean, it's giving people a side to stand on because that's what everybody's really looking for right now.
Yeah,
So,
and
but
it's always, it's always been around. It just like you said, they just put a title on it.
switch names. You know, because I remember I can't remember this chick. I always confuse her with oh God, I don't even know this guy's name. He ran for president on the Democrat side in 2024. Black dude looks like God. I forget what the name's not coming to me. But the ADOS stuff, whether it's ADOS or whatever. I
Uh,
know that was one thing.
hold on, you said he ran for president?
Yvette something. I'm talking of no, the chick that I'm thinking of. Every time I think this chick who's a lesbian, every time I think about her, I think about the the black dude that ran for Cornell West.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
Cornel
why.
West,
I
woke
just
ass dude. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but her name is Yvette something, but she's like an ADOS lesbian. But I almost thought I don't know. I kind of think that her and Cornel West are like the same people. But I just know that Tariq kind of like took her idea and round with it, and it was just like it was hell. It was just gonna be a hustle, kind of like Black Lives Matter.
What a hustle that was.
Man,
I
I wish I
know.
would have thought of that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers ain't even locked up or
Yep.
nothing, bro. They got away with that shit.
No, I know. They could have.
Living
Could you
large.
imagine if a? Could you imagine if somebody? Well, I don't. I was about to say, could you imagine somebody well-meaning, tried to keep that alive? And I'm like, how the hell can anybody be well-meaning and being in that shit? Everybody's just
Uh,
gonna try and grab their money and get out.
yo,
What's up?
yeah, I was telling them. I remember like before like 2020, or like soon as you start going lives and shit like that, like your
Mm-hmm.
comments used to always say it, but it used to always be somebody up here saying you was cherry picking. That shit was like
Right.
every fucking night, every comment section. And you'd be like, bro, I'm literally just going city to city and I'm pulling up the stories, bro. It just so happened to always be something.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
You know,
he
Yep.
you
used to
could.
like plead, like, yo, I'm literally like, look at what I'm doing. He was be on live, like, and then
Mm-hmm.
he'd do that's when he came up with the gun memorial game.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
That really shuts him up. That's a brick wall of a fucking piece of evidence.
I think people don't come up here because when I look at other channels, there's room. The dudes, the dudes have some level of wokeness that another woke motherfucker can prey on, right? No matter if it's a Sun Man and he like talking about crime, he's woke on some level. Over here though,
Yeah, I agree.
it's very hard, man, because
Bro, some of them motherfuckers still be kind of like leaving the door open for a cookout
yeah,
invitation. And they be
exactly.
like, I'll watch them. Bro, I'll watch them and I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like a police involved thing, and they'd be like, well, that was a little bit excessive. Like, motherfucker, no matter what it was, your ass is not fucking welcome over there, bro. Just shut the fuck up. If you gonna be like trying to motherfucking get them an inch, they gonna take 200 yards. Like, it's no point of you trying, bro. And what's the name fall victim to that shit a lot? Like ABL, like he fall victim to that shit a lot. And I like him. He's a nice guy, but he be trying to still like swaddle the fence. Brandon Tatum swallow the fence. Like all the motherfuckers still be like swallowing the fence a little bit, bro. It's
How do Brandon Tatum swallow the fence? Give me an example of it.
uh
Pretty sure.
he swallowed the fence on one of them shits, and it was just like I remember when I was like, what the fuck? Like I couldn't watch the video. I cut it off. I had to go back exactly to like remember
It
exactly
was
what video.
probably. It was probably when he was talking about how Israel needs to turn Gaza into a parking
Nah, hell no, I
lot.
don't give a fuck about
But
that. It was like it was like it was I'm gonna have to I'll send it to you, but it was one instance, and he learned his lesson because now he not swallowing the fence. He like fuck y'all. Y'all motherfuckers gonna be like this anyway. But it was one like one of those viral moments like in the last year when I watched. I was like, yo, he's completely wrong on this shit. I can't believe it.
Well, here's the
Well,
thing too. Go ahead.
if you do understand just the danger involved of going to the cookout, it kind of boggles my mind that these people would still want to be invited. And that was a good way of putting it.
I think that sons, when they listen to this show, they probably think their best way to like get their point across is to disrupt it. Like, remember the porn bombers? It's the porn bombers
Yeah,
on
yeah.
all
You used
the
to
time.
get porn bomb all the time. Oh, and the twins, they always fucking trying to motherfucking halfway be in, halfway out. The conservative, the twins, whatever.
Twins.
Yeah, they be
Yeah.
bullshitting, bro.
I
They be
saw that they just
bullshitting.
interviewed Blair. They just interviewed Blair White again. I was like, oh, come on, what are we doing?
Yeah, they really convinced like the Jacksonville police officers was like basically super excessive and none of that shit was called for, and they always say the stop wasn't right anyway and all that other shit. Like that's bullshit. If it's in the book, you can pull a motherfucker over for it. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
and the thing is, they don't have enough. Like, for instance, like we know that even the old boomers from the 50s talking about they was scared of white people and shit. We know that that's all lies. Those channels, they don't know that that stuff was all lies. They think at least, well, in the 60s we were scared of white people, right? And white people used to chase us around, right? In the 60s, they that's like a fact in their brain. Like they feel like if they would
Nah,
go
for
back to the
sure.
60s
For
in the
sure.
time machine, if they would go back to the 60s in the time machine, they feel like they would be weird as shit, just like punking out the white people. The niggas would be like, yo, what the fuck are you
What the
They'd
doing?
be
fuck is you
hugging all
doing,
the
bro?
sun
If you don't
people.
whoop that bitch ass, talking about a white woman. If you don't slap that hoe, fuck out of here. Nah, they like a lot of them motherfuckers really do believe that shit. They think like that whole like Rosa Parks was like actually tired and like didn't have a car and shit. Like she just went
Right.
there and like she ain't had no married husband with a car and never took the bus actually. You know what I'm saying?
And she act like sons being in the back of the bus was like a big deal. Like sons gravitate to the back of the bus nowadays. Like sons,
Exactly.
it wouldn't have been a big deal for sons. It's like yo, all right, y'all just got to be in the back and whites in the front. Everything was segregated, so it's like you're not even like in like it's not segregate. It's called segregation now, but during the time it was just black fatigue. Like each
Bruh.
little town got black fatigue and
Bro,
segregated that stuff.
It
that's what people
spread.
don't understand, right? They ended slavery and they did not throw any laws out immediately.
Nah,
They
uh-uh.
took a while to realize, like, oh, we can't live with these niggas. All
Yeah,
right, we gotta create some laws to stay away from these niggas now. They ended slavery and it was just like a fucking
free fall.
yeah, it was a free
No,
fall, laissez faire. It was laissez faire.
Reconstruction.
Bro, it was literally like laissez faire, like,
Yeah,
oh
but it
shit,
wasn't
let's
called
live. You know what I'm
Reconstruction.
saying? Let's see what we
They
could
called
do.
yeah, they named it Reconstruction after that. It
Well,
was just
my
white.
point my point is there was 10 years spent trying to integrate them, spending a lot of money cleaning
Right,
things up and trying to get them involved. It didn't work.
right. And it didn't work. And then they created the Reconstruction, then Jim Crow laws. Like they tested you niggas and you niggas failed miserably.
Yeah, they know that and it's starting again now with this thing in the Ozarks. Like it's like people know. Like here's the thing, man. Like let's just be honest, man. Let's just be honest. You you know people know, okay? Like we've always said that like everyone knows. Remember I said all the time, everyone knows. Everyone knows. But during the last administration, they had set it up the way you can't say they silence people with terminating your platforms and banishing you and cancel culture. But everyone knows. We already knew everyone knows. So the second Trump gets in office and Elon takes over Twitter, everyone who already knew, now they can speak. It really wasn't like some great awakening. It was just like a muzzle being taken off of people. Because everyone, like you, if you don't know that blacks are more violent than any other group, if you don't know that living around blacks puts you in a proximity or puts you, in danger of being a victim of violent crime, if you don't know that, it's almost impossible not to know that.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Subconsciously,
Like,
for sure.
I was talking to my wife the other day, and I was just like, is there any positive around living amongst solely black folks? It's positives living amongst any other group. It's literally positives. Like, some may have more negative than positive, but it's always a positive.
And hey, you can cherry pick too. How about the nicest Prince George's County, right? That's the nicest, wealthiest Sun County or district.
It
I can
was,
tell you
but I
now.
think they what
Yeah,
it was what
positive though. I'll tell you. Let me just read this. Shout out to Eric S. Man. Salute to Eric S. Man. Coming through once again, man. Shout out to you. Doug Chunk says, "Where the white women at?" Salute. The head on the nation. Yeah, salute. Where are the white women at? I went to Long John Silver's today. This white girl, she was so fucking nice, man. Like the service was so nice. I had my food that what I ordered, they had to cook it, so I had to go around to the little numbered spot and wait for it. Man, that bitch was so nice. I was like, God damn, I can see why motherfuckers like marry white women, man. And this bitch was nice. She wasn't all that much of a looker, but she was young, and she had some nice titties and a nice ass. But she wasn't like
Okay.
she wasn't a Beckisha. She was just a
Can't
she
be
was just a
funny.
regular. Yeah, she was just a regular white girl. But she was so nice, man, and the customer service was so excellent. I was just
But
like,
the
damn.
thing
But
is, she's gonna be nice. She's nice to everybody.
She's extra nice to you.
nah, but it was
She's
you
nice
can
to
tell
everybody.
when people like I'm saying I mean
No,
I'm nice
I
too.
know.
I'm
I
nice
know
too
what
though.
you
I'm nice too though. But you know what I'm saying. But like she was nice. Like it was good
mean.
customer service. But anyway,
Right.
but yeah. What the fuck was I about to say? God damn, I lost my train of thought. Um, um, what we just talking about before that?
We talk about
When,
Reconstruction and Jim Crow.
and how the tweets, how they knew when Trump and them was in
Damn,
office, and they took the muzzle off their mouth.
I completely whiffed on what I was gonna say. But people know when they come here, man. They already know like you're gonna have to
Oh,
just
what are the positives, Ak? What are the positives of living in a Sun
okay,
community?
yeah, PG County, yeah. But I think people know when they come here, they're gonna have to justify their position. You're not just gonna be able to say it. You're gonna have to qualify your position. You're gonna have to explain why you think that way and what you know what I mean. You have to explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna okay. This is just why like you're gonna have to flesh it out, and people don't like doing that. But I think PG County, it does have a good thing though. Like I will say this: the women in PG County, some of the finest black women on the planet, man. I mean, like they got some. If you like sisters, PG County,
Yeah, but
they got a lot of.
that's not a positive for everyone. I'm
Minus the
talking about
attitude.
just like,
Minus the attitude.
yeah, I'm talking about like if it's a a positive, meaning like a homeowner, and what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying, it
no,
comes
there's
with
no positive.
positives. You get what I'm saying? Like
Is
with like,
hot
No.
chicks?
yeah, with like, well, with whites, it's gonna be low crime. It's gonna be good
Right.
schools. You know what I'm saying?
No,
With
but I mean,
burritos, it's gonna be
if you're a Southern man, come on, let's be honest. If you're a
Oh
Southern man,
yeah.
nice women are a thing. If you're a Southern man. Like I mean, pussy.
Gotta have that.
You live through your dick. Come on, Cook County. Let's stop it, man.
No, I
He
get
lives
that. I
something that
get
lives
that.
to his dick.
Yeah, I get that. But I was just saying it ain't no real positive with some people.
You talking about non-sexual part? Yeah,
Yeah, it's like literally no positive. Like, yeah, I can go to PG County and cheat on my wife and get a divorce and get my life all fucked up. Yeah,
I
great.
know, man. I know.
Or you could meet your
I
wife.
know.
You can meet your wife. You know
My
what I'm
new
saying?
wife after I get a
Yeah,
divorce from the other one. Yeah.
yeah. But if you're a single man and you're young, PG County, yeah, you might get killed though. Like her baby daddy might kill you, but you know what I'm saying?
There's
Or
less of a chance
yeah,
than Baltimore or
nah,
Memphis.
You don't think the
I
women
don't know.
set up dudes over there or no?
Was
Do you
it?
think that women in PG County, do you think that they're on that stuff where they'll try and set a guy up just because they're
I
hanging
mean,
around
everything
that
that's
gangster son?
in everywhere, everything that's everywhere else is there. It's not like
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like they have neighborhoods that are very like upper crust for black people. And yes, those kids go to the local high school. In the local high school, they dress just like teens at a Chicago school. They talk just like teens at a Chicago school. But the parents have a fucking $500,000 home on an acre of land. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, the life of a teen in PG County is virtually the same as the life of a black teen anywhere. But the adults, it's a little bit, you know what I mean? It's a little different. Yeah, PG County it's yeah, I mean they having some issues lately, man.
But just think about this though, how I said positive around living around blacks, positive and living around other cultures, and the only fucking community that we can actually cherry pick from is PG County, where the average fucking home costs $500,000 and the kids still fucked up.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
the
they got
teen,
fat ass over there.
here we go. Yeah. No, I mean the women look nice. I'm saying they put together. Where they put together, like they you know how Philly they got that film on them, like it's kind of like a
Philly
drizzle
ain't Philly the
We know
roughest place ever?
we know all about Philly.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
PG County it's like the opposite. It's the opposite of Philly. It's the anti-Philly.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that makes sense.
The Prince George's County Police Department released its 2025 crime progress report, and the new numbers show that general crime is down.
That's right. CTV's Benji Kaufman has more on how safe local residents are feeling.
Crime in Prince George's County is down. The county department's latest progress report shows that general crime is down 16%, but residents are still worrying about their safety. On a scale of 1 to 10, how concerned are you about crime in Prince George's County?
Very concerned. 10.
Prince George's County Police
Hey, she didn't
I
understand. She didn't understand the question.
Is that what it was?
Narrative. She understand the narrative. That's
Yeah. She didn't understand the question. No, I think she meant to say 1. She just added a 0.
Nah, she meant
But
10.
she said very concerned.
Yo, you gotta understand, just because crime's down, most people don't feel like crime. They're talking about like carjacking. Everybody doesn't get carjacked. Everybody doesn't get robbed. Everybody doesn't get burglarized. But when there's a shooting and they set up the fucking crime scene, most people in the neighborhood know about that. You know what I'm saying? So those things are still happening. But yeah, like maybe less burglaries or less, less disorderly conducts. And, you know what I mean? Shit. You know what I mean? Like that shit people don't feel that when those crimes drop.
Yeah, that's why. That's like in I'll tell you a crime that dropped like a motherfucker. Carjackings dropped like fuck in the entire nation, but everybody know why carjackings actually drop.
Yeah, because they've been
They stopped reporting it.
No.
I was curious. Why did they drop?
Why did carjackings drop across the country?
Why did carjackings drop across the country? Oh yeah, because of the chip.
Yeah, because the Kia boys.
Yeah.
It was so easy to just steal the car. You didn't have
Yeah,
to put guns into people's face anymore.
yeah,
So now
yeah,
people they found out the devices and shit like that. So all they gotta do is just break the back window and jump in and fucking steal a car. You don't have to carjack. So across the
yeah,
entire country, carjackings dropped thousands per fucking percent. But that don't mean your
yeah.
car not getting stolen.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that don't mean it's still not niggas carjacking. It just mean that like the main guys, the cliques, the crews that go around, they're not carjacking as much, but it's still probably like if you got 1,000 carjackings one year in the city, right? And then the next year you have 600, that's still a fucking lot of fucking carjackings, man.
And you know one of those carjackings turns into a murder, at least
Oh
one.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit.
10.
I feel
Prince
like
George's County Police reports that violent crime is down 25%.
I'm kind of shocked. No, I don't believe that. If you ask me, it's gone up.
Yeah, it's
Robbery is down
bullshit.
nearly 50% and carjackings are down 60%. But residents are not convinced.
Where we live, where I live in the senior citizens community, we had 9 cars broken in last week. 9.
The report also showed
Last
that
week.
fatal shooting domestic violence numbers are up 60%.
You're not safe going out at night, walking in your own neighborhoods. Okay, I keep my doors locked all the time, even sitting in the house. My door is locked because people will come into your house while you're sitting there.
Residents just want more police presence.
I mean, I see the police driving up and down the street sometimes, but not in my area. So, I mean, they need to be more visible.
Right near the police station. And I always used to see them go out Barlow Road. Why not cut through our neighborhoods when they deploy or come back? Cut through our neighborhoods.
I
right
And
can't
as soon as they come
stand,
through,
bro. I
pull
can't
somebody
stand
over.
niggas,
As soon as
dog.
they pull some dreadhead nigga over and he don't refuse to give them their license and do all that
Oh
shit.
man, fuck that.
Yeah, it's despicable.
Fuck that. Immediately as this dude goes out his community where they never see police and he runs through that stop sign and he always run through it, he get pulled over. This motherfucker gonna act a fool himself
Yeah.
and say, "Man, I ain't never stopped at. I ain't never seen nobody stop at that stop sign. Hey, I
It's,
live here. What you think? A black man can't have a Mercedes Benz,
Yeah.
bro?
it-
These motherfuckers are horrible people, dog.
They're awful.
that that's why I say
Yeah.
disingenuous is in their nature. It's just they can't help it.
They're god awful. They don't have. I mean, the genuineness is not valued. Let's just put it like that. It's not a value that gets you anything. Like what would be a genuine get you around fucking vipers like sons? Like
I don't
you would
know.
be just
The
taken
ability to,
advantage of.
yeah,
You'd be taken advantage of if you were genuine.
Been going
make
on.
people laugh.
They want to take care of.
And while crime numbers are down, the number of requests from residents for more attention and presence in all areas is going up. For CTV News, I'm Benji Kaufman.
These are the problems in the richest black county. These are the problems they have.
Bro, that shit is so, but that's everywhere though, bro. They like, even like, you know what I'm saying, where I work, they beg, like, we want to see more police and this and that. Da, 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 da. But then if you throw police in the area and you tell, like, we tell these young officers, like, hey, go in this area and do a traffic mission. You know what I'm saying? Pull motherfuckers over and, you know what I'm saying, do as you please, meaning like write some tickets. They gonna
Yeah.
complain like a motherfucker. Like every time we leave our house and drive down the street, we getting a ticket. Be like, motherfucker, you asked for more police.
Yeah. They don't understand cause and effect though. Sons have no clue. They don't know what cause and effect is. Like they don't understand the theory behind it. Like, yeah, more police means those police are gonna. It is more eyes. Those more eyes catch more crime. And more crime means more people pulled over, and one of those people might be you, unless you're doing everything right.
Right, bro. All they think is like if it's more police, more eyes that
Shootings and
all the
shit.
all the police gonna do is just catch murderers. You be like, motherfucker, to catch murderers, most of this shit be started with like traffic stops. Like it be starting with like small shit, like, oh, your brake light out. All right, we gonna pull you over. All right, man, let me get your license. I ain't got no license. All right, what's your name? I ain't got no name. All right, step out the car. Hey man, fight with police for a minute. All right, what's your name? Da, da, da. Go to the station. Fingerprint. Nigga wanted for murder in Atlanta or some shit. That's how this shit happens. Like it happens that fast. That is the simplest fucking thing, but sons just can't understand it.
No, it's just. Oh man, we just are just awful, man. Awful people, man. Here go the police chief.
Prince George's County police officer was involved in a deadly crash, which resulted in the death of a retired DC detective, an officer Anthony Coleman. Maryland State Police has said that the party said that alcohol and speed contributed to the crash on Coleman's part. Can you give me any information in regards to that investigation and what the status is of Officer Coleman at this point in time?
Yeah. So first and foremost, our condolences for the DC officer that lost their life in the organization. So for me, it's critical that I ensure that our team is providing the resources that every member of this organization needs to do the
cop talk. All right. Oh wow.
Now to a story you will only see right here on WUSA 9 tonight. So this week marks 1 year since the death of this man right here, Shahid Omar Jr. He was known to his family as just Omar. He was a father of two, a son, a brother, and so much more to his friends and family. July 12th of last year, he was shot and killed at his friend's vigil in Prince George's County. Now, nearly a year later, Omar's parents are not only fighting for justice in this case, but also working to make a difference in the community. Our Alexis Wainwright spoke exclusively with them about their mission.
He was killed at a vigil. I think that was the vigil for those son football players that got killed in the car accident.
Yeah, wasn't this at the parking lot of the school?
Yes, exactly.
At least it wasn't a
No
funeral.
clear answers or update in this case. His parents are using their
That happened
grief
at
to
Prince
stop the
George's,
gun
too.
violence, but also to support other grieving families. They say the gun violence here in Prince George's County is a continuous problem.
Getting a text at 9:45 p.m. saying my son was shot. There is nothing. The rally, justice won't help that.
A year later, Yvonne Clark's grief is still unbearable.
Sometimes the pain is it's really overwhelming.
On July 12, 2024, her son, Shahid Omar Jr., was shot and killed right outside Wise High School after he attended a vigil for his friends, 3 former football players.
My son was 24 years old, and the next day after he was murdered was his baby shower, where he was proposing to his fiance.
Yikes.
And his baby boy was born 1 month later.
We were there the night of the shooting when it happened. Hundreds of people were there. Police had left before it happened. Omar's parents say people are still talking about the shooting, but not to police.
There's no reason that an arrest should.
People are still talking about the shooting, but not the police.
Just horrible people. Hey, y'all remember last year when blah 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 shot Rashid? Oh yeah.
When blah 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 shot into the crowd in accident.
Right. Yeah. That shit crazy as hell, man.
Whoops.
Shit sound nuts.
So they know. So here's the thing: they know who killed their son, and that nigga's still walking around Prince George's County.
That motherfucker might be
Flexing.
dead himself. He might be dead himself.
Maybe or maybe not.
We can only hope.
Maybe not. Maybe that motherfucker just walking around like a bunch of niggas I know. They're just around.
Yeah, it's usually how it works.
Out of it made. There was too many witnesses that witnessed what happened, but yet still has not stood up. And the question is why?
There's no way I could ever have any closure.
Mom is a straight up MILF on the real, right? Mom is a MILF.
Yeah.
Press 1.
Yes.
So this is my plea to the community. Give me something, please.
Now they're helping families going through the same
She
thing.
begging to this weak ass community. Yo, lady, you got a better chance begging to the wall that's matching your outfit to the fucking community, dog. Fuck out of here.
You people crazy. Make sure you support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat. This is sad, man. But you look at the husband right there beside her, man. He got to be strong. The husband got to be strong.
Awareness to the fact that parents shouldn't be burying murdered children.
They will host a joint rally with families of Donnell Stevenson and Miles Prentice Saturday. Both were killed in unrelated shootings in Prince George's County. All 3 cases remain unsolved.
Dealing with guns are just out of control. And as a community, we have to stand up and do better and speak out.
It's just really sad. And we want to do all that we can while we're still mourning, while we're still fighting for justice.
And as they come together in hopes of making an impact on the community, they hope others will do the same in their son's honor.
I want them to remember that spirit of him, just the good person he was, and model that.
Alexis Wainwright, WUSA.
That's crazy.
Leave the community. You had enough money to leave. You chose to go to PG County. You could have went anywhere else and spent $550,000 on a house, but you chose to stay in the community.
That was murdered, was not involved.
Because they black.
B1.
But listen, here's the thing though. Like, if you from like DC, yeah, there is a drop off from PG. That's where most people from PG County like originate. Like, it is a slight drop off in a lot of neighborhoods. Now, there are some neighborhoods in PG, believe it or not, that are every bit as bad as the worst neighborhoods in DC. But there's some that are not so bad, and there's some that's really good. But the high school, if you were to just be a fly on the wall in the high school, you wouldn't know the difference between the high school and DC.
Bro, but DC got like some of the best like Catholic schools though, right? The St. John's and the fucking
the Catholic schools, yeah, but that's not where the kids that are like St. John's, yeah, you got Carroll, you got all these Catholics. The Catholic school league in DC is pretty good. It's just like any city. It's just like Philly, Chicago. The Catholic school league is great, but those kids are not the kids that are like driving the crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, the kids that are driving the crime are more like the public school, the charter school kids. You know what I mean? So it's like those kids don't even exist really. Like, don't nobody know them kids. Like, don't nobody know them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you just like anonymous and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not like in the community like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I got it.
You're apart from the community a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
yeah, I know how it goes. But I'm just saying, like, if you paying for a $500,000 house, why the fuck wouldn't you send your kid, if you a son, man, to a school where, you know what I'm saying, you paying about $1,500, $2,000 a month or some shit, you know?
because you moved to the richest black county, and the public schools are touted as being better than the public schools in DC.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know,
I got you.
You moved to a better schools district, allegedly.
See, that was murdered, was not involved in any type of violence.
Tonight and only on WUSA 9.
You know what I'm saying? PG. You don't see no real clunkers in PG. You know what I'm saying? Like Philly. You know what I'm saying?
We are seeing 3 families in Prince George's County who have lost their children to gun violence use their grief to make a positive impact. And now they're charging the community with putting an end to gun violence. Our Alexis Wainwright was there and shares how they're turning pain into purpose.
Oh, shit.
These guys who are out here just pulling these triggers just so recklessly that they are literally tearing people's lives apart.
The pain for Erica Stevenson is evident, but it had
Cry,
to stop
bitch.
her from
Cry.
speaking to
Keep
her
crying.
son and others like him. Her son, Donnell Stevenson, was shot and killed inside a house in Bowie in March.
He loved his family. He loved making us smile. And you know, that humor and that jokes are something we will never
Here it goes.
ever get.
Life of the party.
Right next to her,
Yeah, he'll get a shirt off his back.
Omar Jr. On the 1-year anniversary of his death, they're hosting this rally in District.
Yeah, his mom nice.
Parents are not supposed to bury murdered children. It has to stop.
I want nobody else to enter this membership club that we're now in. It has to stop.
That's
See
the
something,
step
Put the
say
daddy.
guns
something.
He was
down.
shot and killed outside of a vigil he attended for his three best friends, former football players at Wise High School. Hundreds of people were there during the time of the shooting, but no witnesses have come forward and spoken to investigators.
We want the community to speak up, and we want them to
Oh
understand
yeah.
with clarity that this is just not.
What kind of community is that though? Like, think about it. Like, we gotta stop calling that shit a community, man. That's not
Hell
no
yeah.
fucking community.
Hey,
Yeah.
we
It's
want
a
the
den
jungle to
of
step up.
vipers.
Hey, we want the jungle to step up. This is not the type of jungle that we should have to
That,
live in.
Exactly.
yeah, I know, man.
That
It seems
this is
like
just
mind
not
control.
a problem for the
Mass
individual families. This
psychosis.
is a community problem.
And the community problem stretches back to 2022 when Miles Prentice was found shot and killed in a parking lot in Largo.
He would put himself aside in order to protect other people and go to their aid and put their needs before his own needs. And so the fact that that has not been reciprocated for him is really, really disheartening.
Now, this rally here isn't just about the three young men who lost their lives. It's also about the effort to stop gun violence here in Prince George's County.
I just want the
Do they
justice
have
for the
armed
boys, and I just
security
want our
there?
community safer.
That's what I was just about to ask. Did they not learn from the last large gathering?
Good
I think the
Lord.
news being there. I think the news being there probably is like,
Yeah,
you know.
right.
Oh, here go an officer right here. Here's one
Be
right
like,
here.
we had a front seat to the actual action, and we actually lost our anchor to gun violence,
Also
and
about the
it's
effort
hitting
to stop
home.
gun violence here in Prince
Rest in
George's
peace,
County.
I
cameraman.
just want the justice for the boys, and I just want our community safer.
More and more individuals see the pain of the parents and loved ones. Maybe that would transform them to say, instead of
Maybe.
shooting someone, let's talk about it.
Council members say this is
Yo,
the best thing
but
for
instead
even
of shooting each other, what they gonna do? They gonna have to still shoot each other with water guns, or
Yeah, well,
still have
violence and shit
a
like
boxing match. It still got to be violence, but just don't shoot each
yeah,
other, man. All right.
exactly, exactly. And these niggas love killing. Like, I'm talking about the drill scene in PG County is insane, dog. The drill rap scene, that shit is like Chicago. It ain't no different than Chicago. They love killing in the drill rap scene in the PG County, man.
also helps build
Demons.
better relationships amongst the community with county leaders.
We're committed to servicing the families and hopefully bringing people to justice and help in their healing process. I know that it will never bring closure.
Alexis Wainwright, WUSA 9.
W.
Yeah, man. Wow. Fuck. Damn PG County, man.
I saw somebody
Shit.
post in the chat. If not for guns, we'd be saying put down the big rocks.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. Yeah, Sons, man, they're going just like in England, like
Bro, sons would adjust to anything when it comes to like violence and killing. Like sons that had like fucking everybody that had them goddamn ramming things with knives on the front of their cars to kill people. Like we will adjust to that shit. That'll be an invention that we will have.
Oh yeah.
A series of community-driven conversations to combat crime kicked off today in Prince George's County. The first one held at Flowers High School. Fox 5's Lily Zhang is live tonight with those details. Lily?
Well, Marina County leaders say many of the students they spoke with today, they either know victims who have experienced violence or they know perpetrators. But they say the biggest takeaway that they've learned today is that parents need to speak with their children.
Ask them what they're feeling. Ask what we can all do to help them through all of the mental pain that they're experiencing. And then to say to our kids, we are asking our kids, and I know the state's attorney and I both said the same thing, to just please ask our kids not to make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions.
Look at that fucking
News
school.
crews were not allowed inside the school during the conversation. Flowers High School has been tied to a recent case involving youth crime. It is where a suspect accused of killing Duval High School student Jada Medrano Moore attends. The Prince George's County State's Attorney says that is where the idea for these student-driven conversations came from. They want to prevent future tragedies and believe input from the youth population will help. Today's panel included the mother of 8-year-old PJ Evans, who was shot and killed in 2021. Here's what she had to say.
But for me, I had structure in my house, and it's a lack of structure right now going on.
Oh yeah, this kid. The story of this guy, this kid right here. Oh my God. Let me see if I can find it.
Is it better or worse than Precious?
Let me see if I can find it.
Dang, you say worse than Precious? That's pretty low bar.
Here you go, right here. Here you go, right here.
But right now, we want to get to the latest on the search for a killer, the person who opened fire in Landover, ending the promising life of 8-year-old PJ Evans, you see right there. Police are back at the apartments near FedEx Field where the dreadful scene unfolded earlier this week on Tuesday. Our Mike Valerio is on scene right now. And Mike, what more can you tell us about what's taking place in that complex right now?
I've been in this complex before. I remember one time, I ain't no lie. I was with some dudes from out of my mom's neighborhood, because I'd never really lived in that neighborhood, because when we moved, that's when I went to the Quaker school. So like we moved there like 2 weeks before I went to the Quaker school, right? So I never really knew those guys like that around there. It's out in PG County, right? And so after I came home, I hung with those guys a little bit, and one day they went around here. I forgot, is it to get weed or some shit like that, right? And the niggas around there were faking. Now DC they call that shit faking, when niggas like act tough and shit to do cumbers or outsiders and shit. And they was trying to act real tough and shit. All this just being overly aggressive and shit.
It was fronting.
Yeah, fronting, like you would call fronting, yeah, but we call it faking, right? Or bullshit. But they, I don't know what they call it in this fucking era, but that's what they called it in my era. But yeah, they was very aggressive, man, and we in there, everything cooled down, but they were very aggressive in this neighborhood. This is I think it's Landover. It's not Landover. It's shit, I can't think of the name, but it's very aggressive blacks around.
Well, Lorenzo, good evening to you. 2 days out, there is still no suspect description and no suspect arrest. So we were invited to shadow 6 police detectives here from Prince George's County as they went door by door, making sure, Lorenzo, that they didn't miss anybody. So they went to each door in every single building here in this neighborhood.
They went to everything about that. The police canvassed every door for this little black kid. They don't be cared about it is a white kid. They would have DVD.
They love saying that too.
Yeah, we did stories and they found niggas in landfills. We did like 3 of those stories a couple weeks ago. Finding dead niggas in landfills. What it take to find a dead nigga in a landfill?
Just making sure that everybody was heard and also passing out these flyers, leaving them at every single front door. So give you a better idea of what we just experienced, what we just witnessed, we're going to send it to the video in the control room. So the parameters here, the ground rules, as we were following these detectives, we had to stay a few feet behind them. And as soon as somebody answered the door, shut off the camera just to preserve identities and to preserve any kind of confidential information. But Lorenzo, a nurse answered the door at one point just about an hour ago. She did want her story told. And I was so struck how she just told detectives how she remembers PJ playing outside, and she still remembers him. He has not left her consciousness, and how she could remember that fusillade of gunfire, one after another after another. So with us this afternoon was Officer Thomas Lester. Here's what he told us a couple minutes ago.
People have little bits of information that they may think that is important, and sharing that along with us, you never know where it could go, where it could take an investigation that just may be what it is.
Yeah, and that's what that's all about. What this is all about. They never know what piece of information may lead to something larger. So to give you a better idea of where we stand Thursday afternoon, in our backdrop right here, we still have 5 stuffed animals, a couple candles. This is where the bullets, Lorenzo, flew through this home 8:20 Tuesday night. We don't know and we don't anticipate that there's going to be any kind of vigil like there was here late last night with about 100 people and PJ's mother in the middle. But Lorenzo, I will tell you, there is a bishop with a church just a couple, I'd say a mile down the road. He has offered to pay for all of the family's funeral expenses. And come Sunday, he and his
PJ's mom, Tiffany, says life is not the same without him. She's hurting, and she says that her days and routines are completely different since he's been murdered. Tiffany tells us that she finds some peace knowing that the men believed to be involved in her son's murder are in police custody.
And he said, "Hey, I give you the handcuffs of the guys we arrested."
He gave you the handcuffs?
Yeah. So my son room will be a museum, and we're going to put it in there.
With some sense of relief, Tiffany Evans described the moment her son's suspected killers were arrested.
I don't even know how I am. I just know I'm here and I'm
Oh
breathing.
yeah, he was a star football player already at age 8. He had bet the Redskins and all type of shit. He was like a football prodigy.
Yeah, he looks like a unit.
Suspected killers were arrested.
I don't even know how I am. I just know I'm here and I'm breathing. So I'm just trying my best to push through. Don't get me wrong. I'm hurting. I'm hurting. I am. And it's not wrong with hurting. You know what I'm saying? I'm still human.
These men were arrested in connection to the murder of PJ.
Jesus.
Look at those brains. Holy shit.
FBAs don't look like Africans. FBAs and Africans look different, man.
My ass. My fucking ass. These look like Africans. This is like 3 fucking. Well, these 2 are Africans. Oh, my bad.
At least 2 out of 3.
Okay.
Yeah, these 2 are Africans. They are.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, it makes sense.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Yeah, this thing look like African too, though. Fucking African.
Yeah, they all look like they're from the motherland.
Yeah. Fucking goddamn fucking proto-humans.
J. Evans.
The suspects in this case are no strangers to the criminal justice system.
Prince George's County Police Chief Malik Aziz says these arrests were a top priority to him and all the detectives working this case.
That the family and the community was a huge asset in helping to arrest these suspects. From day one, witnesses were instrumental in helping to provide good leads for the detectives to follow.
Maryland court documents show 21-year-old Desmond Nwacha has several open cases, some including firearm charges and illegal possession of a firearm and reckless endangerment dating back as recently as March of last year. When asked how he was not behind bars, the chief said,
The question is probably better answered in another avenue instead of the police chief.
PJ's favorite number.
Deport his ass.
Why are you asking the fucking police chief? They make the arrest. They did their job. They arrested them all those times. Gotta ask the DA that question, man. Do y'all police chief get upset about that, Crook County? I don't know if he's still up, but yeah. You gotta be frustrated, man.
Instead of the police chief.
PJ's favorite number was 21, according to his mother. These arrests happened 21 days after his murder. While the justice system still has to run its course to determine the fate of the men in custody, Tiffany says she's thankful for what's happened thus far.
My family, we are so grateful. I don't know how much more I could thank people. I really don't, man. But I thank everybody from the bottom of my heart.
I also asked Tiffany what she would say to a young person who may be thinking about using a gun and pulling that trigger. She says she would tell them to be a leader and not a follower. As for this investigation, the chief
form
says
your
it's
own
still
gang.
ongoing and there's a lot to unpack. So we will continue to follow it and update you on air and online. Prince George's County State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy released a statement in response to that question about why Desmond was not behind bars. It reads, as it pertains to Desmond in the 2 pending cases against him, the state requested that he be held without bond during 2 separate bail reviews. In both cases against the state's position, he was released by the court on a monetary bond. However, we intend to fully prosecute both cases on the pending trial date.
This time, basically, we let him go 2 times, all the other time, but this time, we'll make sure he don't, after he fucking killed the kid, Jesus Christ. But so yeah, okay, at least this time they're not gonna let him out. Any final thoughts, man? Great show, great show. Any final thoughts?
Thanks, Doc.
Salute to you,
Keep
Rob.
doing your thing. Salute.
Yeah. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here. Subscribe.